People from Radio and Records have flown up from L.A. They want to, come in and do an interview and take pictures, but they're not getting in the door. I'll tell you that right now. I don't even know why. I got an email saying, the people from Radio and Records
that's right.
flew up, and they want to do some interview on the show, and they didn't even ask me. They just tell me, and they can forget it.
Slide down the pole, baby. Right into the garage.
I brought a picture of myself. I slid it under the door. How about that?
Okay.
It's truth. But I'll tell you right now, they ain't getting in. So they can forget it already. I'm just letting them know up front.
Yes.
How are you there? Nice to see you.
I'm good, and
What's
you?
going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. How about you?
Oh, everything's fine. Yes, yes.
All right.
Stephen, you doing well? Everything good? Everything
I am
fine?
doing well, yeah. Not too bad.
Okay. Good to know. Glad we can get everything straight up front.
And you?
Huh?
You?
I'm
Didn't
fine.
I just ask you that?
Yes.
And you're good. I take it.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, I'm glad we can make things clear up front.
Yes.
There'll be no interviews. There'll be definitely no pictures taken of me, that's for sure.
Right.
Why anyone would want that?
When have you ever granted that?
Never.
though?
Never.
So,
Never. It's not about to start today.
right.
All right?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I don't care how big this show ever gets.
Right.
It's never going to change the policy. The policy will never change.
No, and it shouldn't.
They're probably waking up at their hotel going, should we not even go? Should we stay in bed? What do we do here?
Stay in bed.
Stay in bed.
That's right.
Yes, get room service. It was a nice free trip up to the Northwest, and everything
Right.
should be fine, yes.
Put your covers back over your head and stay there for a couple more hours.
Yes.
Really?
There you go. A little Dutch oven, everything's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy the
T-Man.
Why is everything here completely pointless?
And some breaking TV news right now. A big win for CBS last night. Survivor beat Ugly Betty in the ratings. And that means CBS won the entire evening.
Ugly Betty.
Really? That's
What?
a cute show.
Oh, really? I was
It
going to
is,
ask you.
very
I was going to
cute.
ask you. I heard it's a pretty popular show.
It
It's
is.
a new show, and it's probably the only new show that they say actually is any good. I was reading an article about the new shows for this fall season. They said this ugly ass Betty, she has the only show worth watching, but I never even thought of watching it, or I don't even know when it's on. I don't know when it's on.
Yep.
I don't know how it's on. I don't know who's in it. Is there any big name in it or what?
I do not recall her name, but she was in the movie Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Yeah, Sisterhood stuff.
No, not
Yeah,
Yaya.
I
A
know.
different,
I just
a
like
younger
saying-
version, maybe.
I just like saying yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But she's kind of an unknown but up and coming actress.
She's a yeah.
Yeah, she's a Yaya, and it is very cute.
So no names.
Is it Vanessa Williams in it?
Yeah, Vanessa Williams is in it.
Oh.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Oh.
not a lot of known actors.
What channel?
Or actresses.
It's on the ABC
Yeah.
television network.
Is that right?
Yep.
And what does Vanessa Williams play? Some mom, some grandma?
No,
or
she
what?
plays
She's the
some.
mean witch.
Yeah, the mean fashion editor, I think, something like that, right?
Yes. It's
Yeah.
a cute show.
It is very
So
cute.
it's
The
like-
girls like it. It's very preteen.
Is it the Devil Wears Prada TV version or what?
Kind of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, the girls like it as preteen. Well, I like it too, Terry.
Wow, you
Perfect, because he likes preteens.
Steven's a 17-year-old girl. That's what it comes down to.
Gosh.
So you watch it every week, Steven? Is that right?
Well, I haven't watched last week's yet, but I have seen the show, though.
You have it on TiVo?
I do, yeah.
TiVo, what is it called again?
Ugly Betty.
Ugly Betty.
TiVo a lot of things, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I want to stay in the, in the loop.
Well,
Yeah.
see, if I just put on my to-do list on the TiVo and there's too much on there, I'm just like, I can't handle this. There's too much going on
It
there.
does get crowded.
Yeah. there's a
You
lot of-
TiVo everything.
Yeah, I don't watch everything, but I seem to TiVo everything.
Do you go through your TiVo and clean it out?
Oh, who cares? Anyway, so Ugly Betty
Yeah.
almost beat Survivor in the ratings. They actually had
Well-
to talk about it like it was a competition. That's how good Ugly Betty and how bad Survivor's doing this year?
Yes.
Did the first week, Ugly Betty. beat
Ugly
it.
Betty beat Survivor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Ugly Betty, man.
Yeah, she's pretty ugly. She is.
She must be pretty damn ugly for people to be watching in this mess for
They're
us.
both killing The Office and Earl.
Yeah.
Killing
On
the
at the
office?
same time, yeah.
Man. I don't know, man.
I don't know, though. This
different
week,
crowds, probably.
Earl, though, is having a big wedding, right?
Must be a lot of you girls watching Ugly Betty, Steven.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Well, actually, I think it's since I've, as of late,
Yes.
it's the first show for preteen and, something that's
Right.
like a younger crowd. I mean, it's not like
family show.
Office. Yeah, it's really family friendly.
Is that
and-
right? I
Yeah.
hate that crap. Anyway.
I know. It's not like, you're letting
Families
your...
getting around the TV and spending time together. Schwager, you heard of this Ugly Betty?
I have not seen Ugly Betty. I don't even know what day is on.
All right.
He lives ugly.
Never
Betty
heard of a
life.
family either.
I know
Right,
he
yeah.
never has.
All right. What's going on, Swag?
Survivor.
Everything
There's
good?
been more and more fights in my apartment area.
All right. Well, tell it to Porta Potty Jay, because I can't listen to any more of this crap.
What's poppin', T-Man?
Oh wow.
You guys talk to each other. I have no time for you
Who
both.
am I talking to?
Me.
Who's me?
Swagger.
Oh, the swag.
Yeah, Swagman.
So what are you swagging about this morning?
Let's see. The fact I got grazed in the eye in a fight a few days ago.
You got grazed in the eye?
Well, I was trying to break up 6 people fighting each other, so yeah, I was going to get grazed by something.
Did you swing at least? Did you get somebody? Did you get a black eye? Did you get to bust somebody's nose?
No, I just picked up the guy and threw him out the door.
You picked the guy up and threw him out the door. What do you weigh, 40 pounds?
I would approximate about 205,
How much do you weigh?
about 195.
Oh, I see. You're pumping the iron.
No, I don't do that.
We call you the Swaginator. I throw people out the door.
Oh, jeez.
I've had that nickname since 7th grade. Thank you.
Ah, very good.
Yes.
I got some booty this weekend. How
Oh,
about
gee.
that?
Your cousin doesn't count.
Let's see, what would I rather have?
Oh, did you hear that?
Oh, it's the Swaginator with a good one-liner. Not really. Anyway, Schwags.
Yes.
So this person you threw out of your apartment that your mom has been...
No. This was not in my apartment generally. It was in the hallway of my apartment area.
In the hallway of your apartment area. Why'd you have to get physical with someone in the hallway of your apartment area? I must know.
Well, we got 2 drunken idiots, one with a beer can, and you have 4 people.
The fact that I want to know this information over Porta Potty Jay getting laid is interesting. But go
Yeah.
ahead. Yes, I'd rather hear about a good fight.
Fight breaking out between my neighbors and some drunken guys off the street that just came out of the Moondog.
You live in the in the Moondog, yes. You live in the kind of apartment building where strangers just straggle in and hang out.
Yeah, yes.
So you got physical protecting your turf.
Well, not just that. I didn't want any damage happening to the place because if that happened, my rent might go up. And
Any damage done to his place. He has to protect the potted plants, Terry.
Yeah, I guess so.
Representing the south side of Seattle.
Or else there might be a raise in the rent.
Right.
Somebody
Cover
punched a hole in the wall. $50 a month more right now.
not to mention, yesterday there was a cat fight right outside my window between one girl and a girl with a broom.
Girl with the broom.
Yeah.
Put my money on her.
Rome.
I had to go with a broom once.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
All right, so you got laid, Porta Potty. What happened over the weekend? Same girl, same place, same time? What?
You ain't gonna believe that. I thought I finally, I did get some booty this weekend.
All right, did you have sex with the same woman or not?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
where's
so
the
that's not
picture, by
that
the
big
way?
a deal. You don't have to make an announcement every time you screw this girl.
No,
doesn't
but that's
count if
not
it's the
She's
same
becoming
girl.
your girlfriend. You've already taken her down a couple of times. It doesn't count there's a big deal or anything anymore.
See, the big deal is I finally let somebody into my life,
Aw.
and then I got disappointed again. After I did that, I call her cell phone, and then some dude answers the phone.
Maybe it was your brother.
Or her
No,
son.
I
Or
have
her
no idea
son.
who this guy was, and then she wouldn't answer her phone for the rest of the night. This was on Sunday morning when I tried to call, and then she didn't call me all day, all night. So she's busted.
So you
And
finally
this is why I gave up looking for the girls, because I just had that
Well,
kind of luck.
listen to him. He finally exposes himself, Terry. And all his
She
vulnerability.
went.
Gross.
He finally lets himself hang out there for some woman with his emotions, his schlong, his entire complete vulnerability. Yes, in that order. His emotions, his schlong, and his entire complete vulnerability is hanging out there, Terry, for all this girl to handle.
Right.
And yet, she abuses that privilege by having sex with him and then also having someone else that she's obviously involved with.
That sounds terrible, dude.
don't let that ever happen to me.
I was going to say, most guys in that position would be pretty happy
Yeah, you're
about
back
it.
to the sexual game, Porta Potty. What are you complaining about?
No, because I wanted it to be exclusive.
Stop whining like some emotional rock woman who watches soap operas all day.
He just is a relationship
I'm too
guy.
old for this running wild and dating scene. I need to.
I
need to settle down. You know what I'm saying?
I need love. How old are you, Porta Potty?
I'm 32 years
Oh,
old.
Oh, watch out.
Oh, you're the oldest person I know.
So you thought that this was going to be the one? You thought this girl that is a former drug addict herself, you met her at the meth clinic. You thought that this is a meth clinic, trust me. You thought that this was going to be the person you were going to spend your life with?
Oh, let me reiterate. There's no meth clinic involved. I've never down that deep into that.
This is the whole high school flame, right?
Yeah, something like that. Remember she went with my cousin Larry.
Oh, right. Larry. Right.
Cousin Laddie?
Yes.
Cousin Laddie.
From Perfect Strangers?
Anyway. Anyhow.
But I need to... T-Man,
right, so-
I know you're a happily married man, correct?
Right. Well, of course, sure.
What's the secret to keeping it real, keeping it happy? I mean, I don't have any luck. Am I cursed? Am I not supposed to be a woman? Am I supposed to be by myself? I know I'm not
Whoa,
gay.
geez.
No, I'm not gay.
Whoa.
Really important you threw that in.
Glad you know.
Porta potty, the key is spend the time of your life, like right now, these years where you can be just messing around, enjoy them. That's the key. You're not doing that. You're making yourself into some stressed out, ridiculous fool here.
Yeah, you're looking too hard to settle down.
Man, who cares? You got back in the sexual game. Good for you. Congratulations. Now move on to the next one.
Now, see, that's not my style, T-Man.
I told you he was a relationship guy.
Deep inside, you're even more woman than Kilbreath. Whoa. There's this great new show I want you to watch.
maybe I
It's called
deserve it.
Ugly Betty.
Oh, he watches it every time he sees this girl.
Maybe I deserve that. But are there any more single women in their
jeez.
mid-30s that don't have any kids?
More important than that, let's investigate.
it.
Let's investigate as to whether this girl was actually cheating on you or if there's any possibility that it's just some kind of miscommunication. Have you talked to her since she wouldn't pick up her phone all day the other day or what?
No, she won't answer the phone.
Do you want us to give her a try right now?
I don't want to put a phone number out. I can get in trouble for
It's
that.
all right.
No.
We can put you on hold. We can write down the number. We can call her without anyone knowing what the number is.
All right,
We have
good.
the
I'll do that.
technology.
Hang on.
Why is it cheating if they're not together?
I know, yeah.
What you
Well,
say?
It's not cheating, but I'm going to humor Porta Potty Jay. I'm going to
Okay.
try to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
If you would have gotten to the bottom of this, maybe she wouldn't have to cheat on him, Terry.
Well, but
You take her to the Red Lobster, you share some bisque, and this is what you get?
This is what he gets. He
What
put the
was
bib on for this woman.
was there ever a conversation that it
No,
was...
Terry. I don't even have to ask him. There was no conversation.
know that,
There's
but-
no commitment here.
None.
Porta Potty Jay is just an emotional wreck.
Yeah, he is. He is.
That's all he is.
There's nothing wrong with him being a sensitive guy.
All right, we're calling Carrie, Terry.
Is that her name?
Her name is
Oh,
Carrie.
I'm so-
And I have the number here.
Okay.
And Porta Potty, if you just keep it down, we'll see if we can make a connection with Carrie and find out why she dodged and avoided you after you just completely. What did he do, Terry? Poured out his heart, soul, and schlong out to this woman.
Right.
And where does it get him? Back to the emotional, disastrous place that he was a year or two ago that had him swear off women.
Right.
Does she know? Does Carrie know what you've been through? Does she know that you swore off women because you got screwed over so badly?
We talked all about it.
You got new teeth and everything.
I gave you 40% off a cordless phone at Radio Shack.
How are things at Radio Shack? Good? That sounds wonderful. Okay.
It'd be funny if it was cousin again who was.
I know. Well, the
Let's sleep
cousin
with this
Larry
woman.
came
Let's call
back.
Carrie here. See if she answers the phone for us.
Sorry.
What's with the music, Porta Potty?
He's a work
That's
brother.
one of my demonstrations.
Oh.
Hello?
Hey, is this Carrie?
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm a friend of Porta Potty Jay's. I'm a friend of Jason's. The guy you've been screwing and maybe cheating on?
What?
I'm a friend of Jay's. You know Jay, the guy who you met recently and been having a sexual relationship with of the most intense kind? You know that guy I'm talking about?
What?
Why don't you say hi, Jay?
Yo, Kelly, why you dissing me, yo?
Oh, gee, she hung up.
I told you.
No, she didn't.
Why you dissing me, yo?
Yo, maybe that's why,
That
yo.
has nothing to do with it.
The fact that you still speak like it's 1994, 1992, 1989, like I'm watching a Yo MTV Raps here.
I know. Yo.
Porta Potty, she made it like she didn't even know what I was talking about.
I know.
I don't even know your real name. I was trying
That's
to
so funny that she's going, who the hell?
I realized once I started talking to her that I didn't even know his name.
No, I don't use porta potties.
I assumed that it's Jason.
Yeah,
But I'm not
Jason, she don't know who Porta Potty Jay
I
is.
know, exactly. I realized that once I started talking that I had to figure out what the hell your name was. That was the hardest part of that call. But then even when I said Jason, she acted like she didn't know what I was talking about.
No, by the time you said Jason, she knew what you were talking
Yeah, and then she hung up the phone. Porta potty. Why does this call to? It's different women all the time, but yet it seems like the same call I have to make for Porta Potty J time and time again. Every woman he gets sexually active with, Terry, acts like she doesn't even know him. That's not.
You want to hear something? And this
not a good sign.
No.
Even the ones that he's living with and taking care of their children.
This I might have to get a little explicit, but I won't curse.
It's okay. You can get
Okay.
explicit. And,
So this
and if you
girl
feel the need to
tells me-
curse, I have a dump button. Go ahead. Yes.
She's one of those women who she said, what was she said? No man has ever made me orgasm before, but she said it in a different, different
Yes,
words.
Right. She used more explicit,
Yes.
graphic terms to
Correct.
describe her climax.
So, all right. So we did our thing. At the end, she said, "Oh my God, I never orgasmed so much before."
Right. No
in my
man
life."
has ever made me
Right, got it.
like that in my life.
Ooh,
I'm sure
she was screaming.
she said that a couple hundred times before, but go ahead, yes.
Whatever. So I said, "All right. Well, how about Sunday? I'll make you dinner and we'll watch a movie." She
Make
says-
me dinner and we'll watch a movie. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I like to cook. I was gonna
Yo,
cook.
what's up with that, yo?
Yo. Yo.
What'd she say when you said make me dinner, yo?
Great, cool. I'll call you tomorrow afternoon. You set it up. And then,
Maybe she said those words if no one has ever made me blank like that before in forever and a day because she realized she's dealing with an emotional wreck, and if she doesn't, like, stroke you, literally and figuratively, you may break down in front of her. Maybe she realizes she's with a man who needs to be coddled and needs that kind of talk, even though it's not true. Do you ever think of that?
Ain't no coddling needed here.
Oh, jeez.
Ain't none of that.
I think she's right. I think you do need coddling.
Well,
When he's not coddled, he starts blowing up her phone like a madman.
Right.
To the point where, like, he has his weird-sounding friends calling up for her, telling her about wondering why she's disappointed Potty J, Terry.
See, actually,
And she gets worried, has to run for the hills.
You just ruined it.
I ruined it?
How did he ruin it?
Totally scared her away now. I'll never find out why.
You asked me
I did.
to call her.
I did.
Here, let me call her.
I
Let me
just
call her.
suggested it. I didn't have the number. I didn't call her against your will. You want Terry to call her?
Yeah, that's his wife. That's his wife.
Hi, Carrie. I'm Jay's wife. Why are you doing my man?
All right, listen. We'll give her
wow.
a 24-hour grace period to calm down, and then we'll call her again tomorrow. I have the number here. So
Is Jay going to call her again today, though? Is he done with her, or what?
he'll call her. Jay's going to call. Porta Potty's going to call her at least 97 times today.
How many times have you called her since you've been up?
I can't legally get in trouble. I can't get in trouble for you guys calling her, right? And putting her on the radio.
Yeah, the FCC is going to end your show. All right, you're in big trouble. Got a lot to worry about. Porta Potty Jay is freaking out, Terry, in all ways, shapes, and forms.
And he talks about he doesn't need coddling? Oh, my gosh.
Call us back tomorrow, dude.
Yo, dude, coddle somebody.
Yo, call us back tomorrow, yo.
We'll watch the Arsenio Hall box set tomorrow together.
The T-Man Show.
You want to get her in the sack. I mean, just tell her you love her. That's how I was duped.
Hollywood's new Brad Pack turned out in full force for the launch of T-Mobile's limited edition Diane von Furstenberg Sidekick 3.
Oh, I gotta get one of those.
Yeah, Paris, Nicole, Lindsay, and Misha all showed for the must-have mobile phone.
Yeah, and I gotta get one of those too. Paris, who is it?
Misha Barton.
Yeah, Misha Barton. What did I say?
And you said Nisha.
I said Misha.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
And I think maybe Lindsay? Or I didn't
Oh,
hear
yeah,
the
she's
last.
definitely part of that Brat Pack, yeah.
Yeah.
And Nicole Richie?
Yeah, Paris, Nicole, Lindsay, and Misha all showed for the must-have mobile phone.
Must have mobile phone.
Yeah, it's Sidekick 3, baby.
Hey.
Gots to have it.
All right.
What else is going on in the world? We're about to pick a bill in about 5-10 minutes from now, Terry. What else is going on, please?
Apparently, Hulk Hogan's 18-year-old daughter, Brooke, was supposed to be on the cover of the upcoming issue of Prom magazine. Which
Now,
is
on Wild 94.9, we're playing the hell out of Brooke Hogan, Terry. At least playing her.
Right.
And Cube 93, not playing her.
Ooh, not playing. Ooh, no
So
sale.
there's a little difference in taste between the Bay and the Northwest.
Let's see.
Who's right, who's wrong? And also,
Bay.
also at Wild 94.9, we're having her at Boo Bomb. She's going to be there live, too.
Wow, cool.
In your face, baby.
All right.
Yes. Just the way he likes her.
All righty
Now, what's
then.
happening with Brooke Hogan?
Well, she was supposed to be on the cover of the upcoming issue of Prom magazine, which is a yearly...
Prom magazine?
Yeah, it's a yearly, publication for
Just
prom
yearly?
season.
Comes out once
well,
a year.
for prom season.
Uh-huh. Fine, but it only comes out once a year.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like a yearbook of prom stuff.
Yes.
See you next year.
Getting the
magazine
ladies
to work for.
Yeah, getting the ladies all ready. the
And
young
it's
girls.
only, what? It's only October, so they already are getting ready
Sure.
with the plans for Prom Magazine, which will probably come out in, what, January, February, to get everyone ready for prom season?
Sure.
All right.
Anyway, apparently, like I said, she was supposed to be on the cover.
Brooke
However,
Hogan was supposed to be on the cover.
yes.
Yes.
But she's not going to be because...
Hulk Hogan's going to be on the cover.
No. Because...
Macho Man Randy Savage.
I'll buy it now.
George
Are
the
you
Animal Steel.
wanna
Definitely
know-
buy it now.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
Rest in peace.
Did
he die?
King Kong Bundy.
Oh, yeah. Love his physique.
Ugly Betty.
No Ugly Betty.
She's going to be on the cover.
No.
Brooke Hogan was supposed to be on the
She
cover.
was supposed to be on the cover.
Why is Brooke Hogan not on the cover
She
anymore?
is not on the cover because she is on the cover of FHM's November issue
Why can't she
wearing
do
a
both? Mm.
little bikini.
Yes.
Well, it's a little too risque, apparently.
Oh, so Brooke Hogan has now made herself so slutty-like, if you will, Terry.
Okay.
She's so Slutsville on the cover of FHM magazine. She's gotten so raunchy with her ability to, I'm sure there's an interview inside of FHM magazine.
Sure.
I'm sure she said some things that also scared off the people at Prom magazine that are very careful at who they choose for their annual cover.
Right. Would you...
I mean, when you only have one cover of your magazine per year,
You got to be very careful, that's for sure.
You better think hard and long.
Right, right.
Or long and hard, as the case may be, to make sure you have the right person gracing your cover of your magazine. Now, Brooke Hogan, they had all set to go. She's this year's biggest deal, at least as we speak right now.
Sure.
But she blew it by getting too risque with FHM. Is that the deal?
Yeah. Would you like a quote from their
Whatever.
Prom magazine spokesperson?
Whatever they say, it's ridiculous.
This is what they say.
Whatever they say, they're overreacting. Whatever they say, I've seen Brooke Hogan, Terry.
Yeah.
She's not that Slutsville, not that
Right.
raunchy, she ain't that serious that they have to strip her from the cover.
Right.
Strip her from the cover.
Well, this is what the spokesman says. Quote,
The spokesman of Prom Magazine?
Yes.
I never heard of Prom Magazine. Has anyone ever heard of Prom Magazine?
Yes.
I guarantee you I could put on 50 high schoolers in a row right now never heard of Prom Magazine. You've heard of Prom Magazine?
I have.
You
I can't wait till it comes
Yeah.
out.
Oh, jeez. Stephen has every Prom Magazine since 1906.
Right. Yeah, Betty Grable was on the cover.
the spokesman says, quote,
This is going to complete his century set. Or actually, if it was 1906, never mind. Yeah, go ahead.
the spokesman says, quote, we don't feel up to taking thousands of telephone calls from the upset mothers of our young promers.
From upset mothers?
Yes.
Why? Because Brooke Hogan's too raunch?
Well, they
She's too
feel that
slutty?
they thought, you know, that
Brooke Hogan is too just, she showed too much on the cover of FHM?
apparently so.
Said
They
too
feel
much?
they just feel that, you know, some of their readers might be offended by.
So what's the exact quote from the Prom Magazine spokespeople?
We don't feel up to taking thousands of telephone calls from the upset mothers of
First
our
of all-
young promers.
First of all, they don't have thousands of readers. I can guarantee you that. All right? So they ain't taking thousands of calls no matter who they put. They could put Charles Manson on the cover. They ain't taking thousands of calls.
I'll definitely buy it if they do that.
That's
a great
He looks
prom.
hot in a tux.
Yes. They don't have thousands of readers to take thousands of calls. Second of all,
Yes.
let me tell you this. I don't know who Prom Magazine is kidding. I don't know who Prom Magazine thinks that they're fooling. But these prom moms, I don't know if they're warped and out of whack as far as their perception, because if they're not, they know their prom daughters know everything Brooke Hogan knows and more.
Right.
All right? These
Yes.
prom daughters know more than these prom moms. If it's true the prom moms would call and complain, well, then the prom moms are kidding themselves, because the prom daughters these days, Terry, what do you think's going on in them limos?
Well, I think,
Dude puts a corsage on her wrist or
Yeah,
her
on her wrist, more than likely.
and takes her out for a lobster dinner, throws her in the limo. You don't think she's returning the favor to some degree? All right, prom moms. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you any news flash. You haven't gotten in your own head already. Your prom daughters are not the most innocent women in the world anymore these days, all right? Some dude buys them a six-pack and throws them in a limo. They're good to go.
Yeah. I don't think an 18-year-old in a bikini is the most inappropriate thing, by the way.
right, right.
That's what they're complaining about?
Yes.
That's why Prom Magazine took her off the cover, because of
Yes.
some picture of her in a bikini?
Yes.
There wasn't even some interview where she said something off base?
It's just the cover of FHM that, with her in a bikini.
Strictly because of the cover,
yes.
Prom Magazine decided not to use Brooke Hogan as the cover girl of the magazine.
Inside, she doesn't say, like, prom's a great time to lose your virginity.
She actually says in the interview that she's a virgin. I actually thumbed through it on Friday.
Well, it doesn't sound too
so,
bad.
Yeah,
then.
it sounds like...
No,
very
I'm telling you that it is because of her front cover of FHM in the bikini, which I haven't seen, obviously Hotshot has.
If Hotshot's right, he read the interview, and she said in the interview that she's a virgin. Sounds like to me they can't find a better spokesperson for Prom Magazine.
Right, but I don't know what the cover looks like. Hotshot, what does the cover look like?
What could the cover possibly look like? I think I've walked by newsstands enough to have seen the cover. It's her in like a yellowish bikini. It's not the biggest deal in the world.
Hey, we can call Prom Magazine and get to the bottom of it, but I gave you the quote.
One of the more conservative bikinis I've seen in about
Macho Man used to babysit her. It's good stuff. It's a very in-depth interview.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Macho Man used to take care of the kids sometimes.
Macho Man.
All right, Daddy's not going to be home till midnight. Let's get it going here. Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty much it. Too
hey,
in-depth.
Steve, can you find the cover of FHM magazine for us so I can take another look at how Brooke Hogan looks? Prom Magazine is obviously just trying to get a little bit of a buzz for themselves.
Could be.
That's all it is.
Right.
And Brooke Hogan is taking the fall for them. Now, Brooke Hogan had half a brain in her head, and I'm not sure if she does. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. She'd be able to realize this herself. Because there's nothing Brooke Hogan has done that should have made them take her off the cover of Prom Magazine. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And Prom Magazine editors and commander-in-chiefs over there know better than anyone that the prom-going 17 and 18-year-old girls these days know more than they do about what's going on in the world, and especially when it comes to sex. Unfortunately, that is the case, or fortunately, no matter, it depends how you look at it. I'm sure for a lot of parents out there, it's unfortunate. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't have an 18-year-old daughter. I don't have anything close.
Right.
But if I had an 18-year-old daughter, I would be willing to acknowledge what's going on in the world.
Sure.
And that's that 18-year-old girls know what's going on in the world. And I don't know if I would see that as a good thing or a bad thing. Probably a bad thing if I had an 18-year-old daughter.
Right.
What the hell's an 18-year-old supposed to swim in? I mean, having a bikini on, I didn't think was so wrong. I mean,
That's
come on.
just
What the
supposed to be
hell? It's a
fired up.
swimsuit. God.
No 18-year-old girl is allowed to go swimming, and you know that.
One piece only.
You have to go with a full robe on.
Well, what's interesting, too, is I've actually seen this magazine, and some I think what was like a couple years back, they had a very risque prom dress. And in fact, I think we even commented on it or did a story on it.
We've talked about Prom Magazine before?
No,
I
don't know. I think just a certain prom dress. I don't know if it was necessarily in that magazine, but there was they do have some risque prom dresses.
All right, so who they going with on the cover of Prom Magazine? I got to know now.
I don't know.
E. Arthur, I think.
I don't know. We'll have to look it up.
I'm not going to be able to sleep at night tonight or any night this week, Terry, until you tell me who the hell is going to replace Brooke Hogan on the cover of Prom Magazine. They must have a much better and more conservative, less risque candidate to put now on the cover of Prom Magazine.
It's probably an unknown person.
Yeah, on their website, it's Ashley Tisdale. I don't know who that is, but she looks
Ashley
familiar.
Tisdale.
That sounds familiar.
That does sound familiar.
Look her up.
MySpace.
Oh,
Steven found her.
Is that the cover? Can you print that out for us so I can see it? You can't print. Why can't you print that out?
For me and me only.
Printer issues.
You're having printer issues.
Yeah.
I'll just sketch it real quick for
Can
you.
you describe for me then, oralize for us,
oh, jeez.
how Brooke Hogan looks on the cover of that magazine if you can't print it? Become the oral printing version of what I would be seeing there. Go ahead.
Her golden locks are falling down over her shoulders as she looks as if she is in a wind tunnel.
I love wind tunnels.
Her eyes ache for you as her golden bikini is pressed against her tan body.
Yeah. I wish I was a bikini.
I bet you do.
But it's a gold polka dotted bikini looking thing. And,
Right.
Bikini.
long blonde hair flowing everywhere.
looking as tight like it's painted on and the nipples bursting through, or what?
It is, yeah. It's definitely a tight one.
You see the nipples as if she's not wearing anything, or what? Are the nipples that prominent, or no?
Not really that
See, so not even any nipple
It
there.
looks conservative to me when I saw it.
Now, does she do a whole spread? Because normally, don't they do a whole spread during the interview?
Inside, she's
maybe
got
that's the other issue, too. Maybe they're downplaying just saying the cover, but they don't want to also admit that maybe the spread on the inside is a little...
Why wouldn't they want to admit the reason that they're taking it off the cover?
I'm just throwing...
I don't see any reason why Brooke Hogan was taken off the cover of Proud Magazine. I demand a retraction.
Well, let's be one of the complaining mothers of a promer and call and complain.
Yeah, call and complain.
That we didn't get Brooke.
You're protecting us too much.
Right.
What are you trying to protect
We
anyway?
want Brooke.
I could care less.
If anybody who's seen that stupid show, you can see he's more protective than she will ever need in her life.
Little Hope?
Her father. I mean, he would never let her do anything that's remotely risque like that.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess we'll all have to move on with our lives.
I guess
What
so.
are we going to do this prom season?
Andre the Giant's daughter is going to be on the cover in a bikini.
Now she's hot.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yes, wait to see her nipples bursting through a golden little pressed-on bikini. We met Andre the Giant's daughter,
Yes,
Terry.
we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you what happened after the show, Terry.
Whoa, I don't want to know.
She was just too hot to resist. 1-866-663-TMN. It is time to pull a bill, Terry.
Yes.
The amount of bills being paid around here is so ridiculous. When was the last time we pulled a bill that someone didn't call back? It's been at least, I'd say, a couple of weeks, Terry. Everyone has gotten it down. I think it's been about 2 weeks since we called out someone's bill and had them not call back.
All right.
Every bill that gets pulled gets paid, it seems, ladies and gentlemen. You got the learning curve down. Congratulations on that. Let me see where today's... Hopper's not in here. All right, we'll wait till next segment.
Oh.
No printer, no hopper?
Yes, well, I know what Hopper is. We just didn't roll it in yet. You're all over it today, Pastela.
Trying, yes.
Yeah.
Had a rough weekend of doing nothing. I'll try harder.
So when we get back, a bill gets paid.
T-Man Show.
She was beautiful. She was young. She was innocent. She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all over the world.
The Hopper is here. The time is now. Or at least in a couple seconds, I'm going to pick a bill, Terry, for the morning that is. Why don't you give me a quick little story, something that doesn't require much discussion?
All right.
And then I will pull a bill for the day. What do you got there?
Well, Santa Claus was arrested for having gay sex in a public bathroom.
Who? Who was arrested?
Santa.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Actually, it wasn't the actual Santa Claus. It was a guy.
Oh.
I know. I still believe. It was a guy who actually makes his living posing as Santa Claus.
Right. Because I was thinking it's too early for the department store Santas to be on the job yet.
Right.
But this guy makes his living.
Yeah, as a department store Santa Claus.
Yes.
When the time comes.
And what does he do the rest of the year, 10 months of the year that doesn't involve Santa Claus duties?
Creepy
guy.
Just a creepy, lurking guy.
Yeah.
And he got arrested for what? For gay sex?
Yes, in a public restroom at a
Right.
park called Spencer Park in Logansport, Indiana.
It's always in a park.
Well, that's where the
Yeah.
public restrooms of choice are these days, it seems. So does he have to rethink his holiday plans now? Does he get to still be Santa? It looks not really like he's going to be picked up as far as his contract is concerned. Because they all must sign, and they are guaranteed contracts, as you know, Terry.
I guess so.
I'm a free agent this year. I think I'm going to be the Easter Bunny.
Right. They get signing bonuses. There's a real lucrative little industry there going on.
Sounds like it.
So this guy is no longer going to be picked up as far as his...
It doesn't look like it because after the police, arrested him, they found a flyer in his car about an upcoming holiday event,
Oh, so they know-
which
they
he
know-
would be playing Santa.
They know where he was going to work.
Yeah, I guess so.
So the alert is going to be out there now.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big candy cane you got in your pocket there, kid.
Interesting.
Oh my goodness, that's just.
Okay. Well, you'd think there'd be some screening going on with the department store Santas, but that you would... Well, I don't know what you would find out to indicate that this man has the potential of doing it in public restrooms, which is technically illegal, right? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Technically.
Now, let's say this man wasn't arrested for this lewd public behavior. let's say they just found out he was a gay Santa.
Ooh, wow.
You
gay
know,
Santa.
even though some would claim, many would claim that, or some would claim, I don't know about many, that that's not right. There's no reason to dismiss him from his job. If they just found out alone, that the information alone that he was a gay Santa, they would still not ask him to come back.
You think?
Absolutely. No parents want to have their kids be waiting online to put them on the lap of the gay Santa.
Well, but I mean, how do you know that? Are you going to have a sign that says, "Oh, come take pictures with the gay Santa"?
That's what I'm saying. He would have to keep it under wraps because I'm just saying to you, hypothetically, if the information got out there, they would tell him they don't need him this holiday season. And it seems a little bit ridiculous because what's less creepy about the heterosexual having the little girl on his lap?
True.
It doesn't seem that much of a difference, and yet the gay Santa would still be told, we don't need you. Parents are too creeped out by you. That's just the way it is. I'm just telling you the way of the world, Terry. I'm not saying fair or unfair. I'm just saying forget about the public sex that he had. Forget about the fact that Santa was caught.
Hard to forget, though.
Forget about the fact that he was caught with some dude sliding down the chimney there.
So you're saying if a guy who went to play Santa...
Let the world know of his sexual orientation, he would be told, we don't need you in our department store sitting on the old holiday festive chair and asking kids what they want for Christmas because the parents, the fact that you're an out gay Santa is too much for our shoppers. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes. You disagree?
Well,
you can't disagree.
Well, if he's playing the role like anybody else would, I don't think wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Right. I mean, but you're saying that he would...
huge deal.
No, but you're saying that everybody would know that he's a gay Santa.
I mean, if he's out and being all gay while sitting there in the department store.
Being all gay,
Yeah, I mean, if you had like six-pack abs and highlights, it wouldn't look right.
Right.
Did you hear TJ Maxx as the gay Santa? I'll have to stay away from there this winter.
Jeez. Don't let the kids touch him, Bob.
I'm just telling you, the parents of the world aren't ready for the gay Santa. They'd rather put their daughters on the lap of the creepy heterosexual Santa.
The child molester who...
They don't want to put their sons or daughters on the lap of the gay Santa. Not ready for that yet. It's going to take another 50 years for that to start to be acceptable.
Right.
That's all I'm telling you.
Okay.
So, aside from the fact this man has been caught in public, even if he wasn't caught in public and just let the world know of his sexual orientation, he would be out. So what I'm telling the gay Santas of the world is, stay in the closet. If you want to keep the money rolling in this Christmas season, you better keep it under wraps. And public park bathroom sex is way beyond the line.
That's not keeping it under wraps.
That's not keeping it under wraps.
It is not. Absolutely not.
How old was this man who was
60?
60-year-old Santa dude.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Was having gay bathroom public sex.
Yeah.
And he was caught by who?
The police.
The police.
Apparently, they set up a little sting, and he was one of the men busted.
Here's a little sting for you, old man.
Wow.
It'll
Yes.
sting a little bit.
Guys.
Who's going to bring the toys now?
Well,
so sad.
Stephen.
Sure, Mrs. Claus is pretty pissed.
She had no idea.
Been looking the other way all these years.
Unbelievable.
Hanging out with those damn elves.
She probably had an idea.
Yeah.
She just didn't want to admit it, maybe.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah. Denial.
No. Right.
That is crazy.
He was a little too fascinated with the Yule log
Yeah, no kidding.
for Mrs. Claus not to notice all these years.
Right.
That'd be too bad if someone wouldn't let their kid go to a gay Santa.
Hey, Terry, you got 1-year-olds? You got 2-year-olds
I have
now.
2-year-olds.
Oh,
Let me ask you.
Oh, jeez.
You got 3-year-olds, you got 4-year-olds, you got 5-year-olds.
You name it.
Yeah.
Terry's got them
1
all.
through 20.
Let me just say this.
Uh-huh.
Let me say the word was out in your little community of the world. The word was out that your local department store Santa was a gay man. Are you lining up to throw your 2-year-olds on his lap? Are you comfortable with that? You have no problem with that?
I actually have no problem with it.
Good for you.
I don't at all. I mean, it's
I
not
guess.
like I'm,
If you want them to get all gay and stuff.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Get the gay germ.
Want all the gayness to rub off on them? Fine. Good for you, Terry.
What do you want for Christmas? A train said, "Oh, don't you want to be gay this Christmas?"
Would you just rather have a train run on you?
Oh my God! I mean, they don't know either way, and
Your point is
what's the big
absolutely
deal?
valid. Your point makes absolute perfect sense, and yet that's not the reality of the world.
You're probably right.
Okay. probably right.
The burning bush has spoken.
It's not exactly probable, Terry.
The
That's
burning
as
bush.
definite as it gets.
Yeah.
I'd be sad if someone wouldn't take their kid.
Yeah.
If
Well,
someone wouldn't take their kid, there would be mutiny.
Yeah. That's sad.
It'd become a huge news story, though, and they'd get more people to go because of it, I bet.
Right, of course. They'd be lining up around the block for gay Santa.
well, I think you'd
don't
be
think?
no. I think you'd be surprised. I think there are plenty of gay couples out there with children.
All right, that's what the
Who
department
would-
store wants. A lineup of the gays waiting for the gay Santa, the alternative department store Santa.
Excuse me, when
Terry.
is straight Santa coming?
If you're gonna spend the money,
Hey.
it's all spent the same, right?
I'm
It
just-
all comes out of the same pocket, right?
You know how conservative department stores are?
I do.
You know how traditional
I understand
department
that.
stores
I
are?
do.
They don't want to be the alternative department store. I'm not saying that what you're saying is out of whack, Terry. I'm just saying it's not coinciding with the way of the world. All right? I'm not telling you that I'm making the rules. I'm just telling you what they are, baby. All right?
I'd have a problem with a gay Easter bunny, but
jeez.
this one's okay.
Maybe by Easter, things will be a little less, little more tolerant. I don't know what is needed for a gay Santa to be accepted, but I just know he ain't ready to be accepted today. Can't tell you what tomorrow's going to bring. I know what yesterday was, Terry. And I know what today is. And today is not a day where we're lining up around the block for gay Santa. Gay Santa's run out of town! With people chasing him with torches.
Yes. Frankenstein.
Mhm.
Really?
That's right.
Get out of here. In your fruity little red suit.
Yeah.
Your fruity, your little fruity elves too.
Yeah, that's sad, man.
That is.
Well, this gay Santa's out of a job, right?
Well, this
Well,
one
he
is.
went a little
Yeah,
too
but
far,
he
though,
went.
I
Come
think.
on.
This one went too far, but let's say he's sentenced and he gets community service. All right, so penalty served. They're still not inviting him back to be Santa.
Not because
Not
of the
because-
crime, though.
Well, it's
All right.
because of the crime. Yeah.
So it makes it better if he does it in his own home. The parents will be more accepting. Oh, okay, this Santa did it in public, but this one did it in his own home. So let's go to this Santa.
Well,
All
if
right.
he did it in his own, if he did it in his own home, how is it going to get out that he even
That's
did
my
it?
point. But if it's out, it's over. That's my point on
Okay,
Santa.
I got it.
When it comes to Santa, if it's out, it's over. Let's move on, please.
I wonder what that pays. Maybe I'll be a Santa.
You know, some of them make really, really good money,
Yeah,
like
they- Really?
$75,000.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
What? No way.
Yes.
Terry's looked into it. You wanted to be the
No, I mean,
the Filipino Santa.
I would definitely not go
no,
to that
no,
one.
I'm not going to the Asian Santa.
yeah. Oh, they have a black Santa.
Black Santa.
Asian woman Santa.
the blackest Santa in the world.
Oh, we have gay or Asian woman Santa. Okay, Asian woman Santa.
Atheist.
Looks like, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. A bill has been pulled. A bill has been pulled. And this following individual, be they a gay Santa or not, has 30 minutes or less to call us back to have this bill paid off for them. The one they faxed in to, it looks like Wild 94.9, Terry, because Angelica Bernal of San Jose has a Wells Fargo credit card bill in the amount of $957.23, Terry.
Wow.
$957.23. Angelica, I'm not completely sure that the Brain Trust here around Wild 94.9 is excited about you calling back in 30 minutes or less. They're not. Well, I don't know how the feeling is. I'm sure they're not going to be with an oversized smile when they cut a check for $957.23.
That's great, though. What'd she buy? What'd she buy?
Doesn't say what she bought, which is pissing me off.
I hate that.
Or it could be one of those cases where her purchase is long since made, way in the past, and the interest has just been accruing.
Yeah.
But her New Balance is $957.23. And when she faxed this in, she even wrote, T-Man, please pay my bill, smiley face.
It's hard to say no to the smiley face.
And I did not, obviously, say no to the smiley face because Angelica Bernal, you are on the clock.
Come on, Angela.
Angelica.
Oh, Angelica?
Yeah, Angelica. I've only said it 16 times now.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see here. She made a payment of $250. So she's not completely in a desperate mode here. If she's able to make $250 payment, she's doing all right.
Plugging away.
But she could certainly use the help.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
why she felt the need to put the smiley face on the bill?
Oh, yeah. Come on, Angela.
Angela, we're rooting for you.
These are not nice.
The toll-free number is 1-866. Please, let's not. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. Angelica, you have until, we'll give her till 8 o'clock, Terry.
Okay.
Whoa.
Get moving, baby.
Adding that up. 6 bonus minutes.
Oh, jeez. Okay. It'll be a shame after Gay Santa got brought to justice if Angelica does not call in by 8 o'clock, Terry. Some people don't like Gay Santa not being on the loose, Terry. He's been brought to justice.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm sleeping better at night knowing Gay Santa is no longer on the streets.
Gay Santa's not eating milk and cookies, I'll tell you that.
Oh, goodness.
1-866-663-T-Man. Angelica, call now.
T-Man.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no.
Alert to the Wild 94.9 billing department. Angelica Bernal's on one of these phone lines, Terry.
Whoa.
Yes. Didn't waste any time. Heard her name called. Wants her bill paid in full. Now, the question is, which line is she on? Is this you, Angelica? Hello? Who's this? Anyone there? Do I got the right line? No. Well, who is this? Anyone on this line?
Hello?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Kelly.
Oh, what can I do for you, baby?
Hi, okay, I kind of need some love advice.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, so I had this
I have all day for this, Terry. Yes, go ahead, Kelly.
an ex-boyfriend dated for probably 2.5 years. And
Yes. How long you been broken up?
Couple years.
You broke up for 2 years, you went out for 2.5 years, and now he's back in the picture.
Well, he's always been in the picture. It's always been one of those things where we...
Your vagina never stopped tingling for this man. Even after 2 years of time elapsed, you still had him all over your radar.
Yes.
And now he's back on the scene in a much bigger force.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we ended up together last night.
Just last night, Terry.
We're both kind of going through some tough stuff, and so we ended up...
Tough stuff.
And I just don't know if I want to pursue this again or if I'm totally being an idiot.
Well, you don't have to worry about it. He doesn't want to pursue it. So he was just using a free spin card, whether you realize that or not. Every man, when he breaks up with a woman after some serious long-term relationship kind of thing, Terry, whether it's anywhere over 8 months, you're entitled to your free spin cards. Whether the woman realizes that you're cashing them in or not, you get them, Terry. You can get them. It's like the most easy thing in the world. And he used one for the first time. It's the first time after you broke up 2 years ago that you guys have had sex, or what?
No.
Of course
not. At
not.
all.
How many times have you done it? When was the last time before last night you guys had sex?
3 months ago.
3 months ago. So he comes back for a little some every once in a while, Terry. And she's more than okay with laying it out there for him. And now she feels like she's getting emotional about it, yes. Well, don't waste all the emotion, because trust me, the chances of him being equally as emotional as you over it, very, very remote. Very small. Yes.
Why is that? Why do you guys suck?
Why do guys suck, Terry, is the question. Well, why do you allow guys to get you into a state where you have to think guys suck? Because he didn't do anything wrong. He just took what was available to him. Why are you blaming him? You obviously are pretty decent enough for him in a sexual way, and you're making it more than convenient for him. So why does the guy have to suck to reach out and grab something that's right there asking to be grabbed? Why does that make it so a guy sucks? Why do you have to condemn guys because he did something that anyone else would have done, including yourself if you were him?
I know.
Answer that for me. Kelly, is that your name?
I don't know. You're right, T-Man.
Yes. I'm glad I can knock some sense into her. It didn't take long, Terry.
I just haven't been able to find
salesman.
anybody else that's worth even pursuing, because I compare everyone to him.
All right, forget about the future, because you have nothing with him as far as the future is concerned. But tell me how the sex was last night between you and him. I want to hear every detail. I want you to speak very slowly and very carefully and tell me what exactly happened last night, that you opened the door and you opened your drawers for him last night. What happened from beginning to end? Go ahead.
Everything. I don't know.
All right. You say everything. Now, I want you to use as many descriptive words as possible in describing everything that happened last night. From the moment you decided to get together with him, how did that happen? Phone call? Was it a chance meeting, kind of bumping into each other situation? What went down?
It was a phone call. I haven't called him in...
Oh, you called him?
Yeah.
Oh, the bat line lit up, and he realized, I'm getting freaky with my old ex-girlfriend tonight.
No, that's not why I called him, though.
Right, of course not.
I had a death in the family. And
someone threw away the newspaper and you needed to know your horoscope. I understand why you really called him, but it turned into something else, yes.
Well, I know. I just tend to be drawn to him. We went through a lot of hard stuff together.
Of course. You don't think he's aware of that you're drawn to him and you need to call him every once in a while? You gravitate towards him and he knows he could take full advantage of that, and he's doing it like everybody would, including yourself, if you were him.
True.
Yes. All right, so you had a death in the family after you go running for the ex-boyfriend. And no better way to get over the death in the family, like laying a vagina out there on a platter for your ex-boyfriend.
Yep.
Okay, so
apparently so, if you look at it that way.
Yes. Who died in your family?
Well, just a close uncle.
A close uncle?
My mom's
what?
brother.
Uncle what? What's his name?
Uncle Eddie.
Well, wouldn't Uncle Eddie be happy to know that you were able to grieve the loss of him by having the hottest-ass ex-boyfriend sex you could ever have? Uncle Eddie would he's being sent off in style, Terry, knowing that his niece, in order to cope with his death, needed to have the Steiner ransacked by the ex-boyfriend. That is really quite the tribute to Uncle Eddie.
Yeah, we all grieve in our own ways.
Now, was Uncle Eddie really close with the ex-boyfriend, too? Is that what, obviously that's
Uncle
why you
Eddie
called?
didn't know the ex-boyfriend from a hole in the wall. Never met the ex-boyfriend. Didn't even know he existed, probably.
So the phone call was an excuse.
He did meet the ex-boyfriend.
All right. Well, Uncle Eddie didn't care. Believe me, if I were to ask Uncle Eddie right now, if I were to interview him live from heaven, if I were to interview him about his thoughts on your ex-boyfriend, he'd be like, I don't even know who this guy is. Move on to the next question. He would have no idea, so forget about that. All right, so you call your ex-boyfriend all upset about the passing of Uncle Eddie. And your boyfriend says, well, I think I need to come over and help you through this.
Well, I went over there.
All right, better yet, why don't you, I'm lazy, why don't you come over here and I'll help you through this, he says, right?
Yeah, well, and his grandma died last night.
Right, right. Wow. Small world. Everyone's died in your families. So let's go take a shower. All right. So his grandmother died. Your uncle died. So why not be raw dogged? Why not have him bring you the ruckus? All right. So you go over his place wearing what?
I really was just wearing a cute little pair of sweats.
Was it Uncle Eddie's favorite pair?
No.
Okay, maybe
no.
Not. All right, so you're wearing a cute little pair of sweats, and you go over his place. How long does it take to get there?
About 15 minutes.
15 minutes. And all the way, you know exactly what's going to happen the moment you enter the door. Maybe not as soon as you enter the door, because you're going to play it off like you're really just there to grieve with one another, but you know what's going to happen as you're driving over. That's why you washed. That's why you scrubbed. That's why you got yourself all ready for sex.
I didn't, though.
Okay, whatever. So you get there.
I really wasn't assuming this.
I'm sure. I believe you. So you get there, and what happens next? He opens the door.
We went in the hot tub.
Oh, wow, the hot tub.
But that's what they recommend when a close family member passes.
Is it? Does it kind of soothe things?
It's very soothing. Ex-boyfriend hot tub action upon the passing of a close relative.
Got it.
All right, so you get into his place, and he immediately whisks you off to the hot tub.
So you brought your suit with you?
No.
Steven.
I wasn't assuming we were going in the hot tub like I told you. I thought we were just going to go and hang out and talk.
Right. So instead of talking and hanging out, it was naked and in the hot tub. a close second to talking and hanging out.
Sure.
All right. So you get naked a few minutes after entering his door, and you get in the hot tub because you could use a good soak.
Yeah.
All right. So you're in the hot tub. What happens next?
We really did do a lot of talking in the hot tub.
What'd you talk about?
I don't know.
Your vagina's just the way I remember it.
Put it right on that jet, would you?
Wow.
I'm sure you reminisced about the good old days. Yes. All right.
We did a little bit.
Did you do it? Did you start doing it in the hot tub, or you waited till you got out and started toweling each other off?
Each other.
You do?
Yes, because you don't towel yourself when you're having a nice hot tub moment. You towel your partner, your buddy, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend off. Okay.
Got it.
So did you start making it happen right there in the hot tub, or you waited for dryness?
Well, we took a shower.
Oh. All right. You got to go from the hot tub to the shower. You get in the shower together, and it starts happening in there, or what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And, all right, so you're facing the wall, and then you feel his presence behind you. And how's that work for you? How much you grieving about Uncle Eddie at that moment?
Sorry, Uncle who?
Okay, I guess it was, we both went for the sex. Okay, you made a point. You made a point.
So how did he finish up? Did he finish up inside of your very grieving self there, or did he pull out, or did he use an instrument that would catch the love the love goo, or what?
Like a clarinet?
Mm-hmm.
Baseball mitt?
Spoon.
I'm just curious as to whether this has any after effects of a real, never-ending bonding kind of tying way. Yes.
I gotcha.
Huh? How did it end up there?
He pulled out.
Yeah, I can't imagine him using a condom in a shower. Okay, so
Or a hot tub.
so he pulled out, and so there's no worries of a major variety of any lingering concerns other than the emotions that you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's just things were said, and like.
I know. He talked about how much he missed you. Not true. He talked about how things aren't the same without you. Not true. He talked about how great it was to see you. Not true. He talked about how great the sex was with you yesterday. True. That's the only true statement he made to you.
Wow.
Everything else is bull crap.
Bull crap.
He doesn't miss you. Not really. Maybe once in a while, but nothing, anything significant. He doesn't think you look great anymore.
Whoa.
You look all right.
But why say all that? If she's naked in the hot tub, you pretty much close the deal, right?
Because you know that women in these kind of circumstances get emotional, and you don't want an emotional wreck standing there at your door.
Going, you told me.
If you're being all cold to her after the sex is complete, especially shower sex, a very tricky maneuver.
Yeah, it is not for everybody.
So I want you to realize, I want you to know what way the wind is blowing. Have no illusions. This guy isn't as fascinated with you as you are with him after all this time. All right?
Okay.
Well, I was going to say, do you really think she's just as fascinated?
You hear her, Terry?
Well, no.
You
Wait,
hear the sound of her voice?
Wait, I do hear the sound of her voice, but again, she's also, very vulnerable. So maybe her vulnerability is what is talking at this time.
And once she comes to her senses, she realizes she doesn't really care about him that much either?
Right, because if that were the case, they'd, kind of still be together, right?
Terry, she never really was that emotional over the passing of Uncle Eddie. All right, Uncle Eddie was a nice family member. She's going to miss him at Thanksgiving. He said a couple of funny things, but all in all, she's not that broken up over Uncle Eddie. Unfortunately, as sad as that may sound, that's the case.
All right.
All right? She used that as an excuse to call her ex-boyfriend, because every once in a while, she needs a fill from her ex-boyfriend.
Who broke up with who, by the way?
So she's not emotional over that, but she is emotional over the ex-boyfriend, and she thinks things may have gotten back together last night. Well, forget it. Last night was nothing. Last night was nothing but a physical activity.
Okay.
Why don't you actually go out there and try to find yourself a new boyfriend?
Oh.
I guess you're right.
Well, no. The answer you were looking for is T-Man. I've been trying. I can't find one. Now, let's address that question. Why can't you find a new boyfriend? What's wrong with you?
I don't want a new boyfriend.
Right.
She's not over, like you say, if that's the case, she's not over him, so she can't move on.
The best way for her to get over the old boyfriend is to find someone new, but she can't find someone. Why is that? Is she intolerable, Terry?
No, that's not true. I've been dating people, but no one I've wanted to actually have a good relationship with. They all.
Mm-hmm. Because they don't call you back.
No, that's not true either.
You're such the girlfriend material, right?
I'm very good girlfriend material.
All right, tell me your best aspects as far as girlfriend material.
Well,
What's your specialty, by the way? And that's going to lead us into our email of the day, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes. What's your specialty that you could offer the men of the world out there?
I've never cheated.
No, that's not what I'm referring to. I'm talking when you ask about a specialty. Well, I'll get into that in the email of the day. Okay, tell me the good aspects of you as far as a relationship. Okay, I'll listen to that, actually, as boring as that is. What's your best aspects as far as a relationship? What can you offer a guy? You've never cheated. Oh, she hung up.
What?
Or she got disconnected, one or the other. That's a little. It's going too long anyway.
Oh.
Maybe she'll call back if she has any more sick relatives that maybe are on their deathbed. Just let me know, would you, at a time.
Or even if they don't die.
Angelica Bernal had to sit through all that.
Wow.
I was trying to punch up her line, and look where we got.
I know.
Well worth it for her, though.
Yeah, it was.
Angelica!
I'm here.
How are you?
Yes, I am.
Oh, jeez.
Wow,
That's a good answer. How are you? Yes, I am. Angelica, we pulled your bill this morning. Obviously, you heard that, or you got called from someone? Which one was it?
I ran into work, put in my headphones, and heard my name.
Oh,
good.
Is that an exciting Monday morning on the job kind of thing to have happen, or what?
Oh, thank God it happened.
Mm-hmm. $957.23?
Yes.
You want us to pay all that?
Yes.
I mean, that's quite the amount, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yes.
Could go higher.
I don't see any purchases that have been made of recent days on your Wells Fargo credit card. Is that because you haven't made any because you're just trying to pay the deal down, or what?
No, I just came back from Vegas, so it's actually up higher.
It's up higher.
Yeah, just a little bit.
What have you been buying?
I don't know. Did a couple shows. Had a couple drinks.
Oh.
You know, the Vegas thing.
She went to the show.
I thought maybe she was in a couple of shows.
Why are you paying to be in the show?
Who do you go to Vegas with? You got a boyfriend? You go with your little girlfriends and come out of there with all kinds of secrets that'll never be told because the old adage.
No, I'm married. Went with for 30th birthday.
30th birthday.
Aw, how fun.
How long you been married? How boring. How long you been married?
I've been married for a year.
How's that working out for you?
Great. It's actually wonderful.
All right.
Actually, it is.
And you married the man of your dreams?
Oh. I know he wasn't available, but his brother's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, then, good. Everything seems to be working out for Angelica Bernal of San Jose, Terry.
That's
good to be Angelica.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Where'd you stay in Vegas?
We stayed at the Aladdin.
Wow. How, probably my last choice. How,
Not so going to be
actually, no, they redid the place. It's pretty nice.
Oh, is it?
How drunk did you get in Vegas with your husband?
Oh, we didn't get that drunk.
No.
He doesn't drink.
Yeah.
Oh, what a stiff.
What does he do?
And you're married.
Yes. But
All
it's okay because he drives,
Yeah,
so
but-
I could drink.
You need to drive everywhere in Vegas, of course, Terry.
Your own chauffeur.
Road trip.
All the Vegas fun days for her are in the past. Now the boring marital Vegas vacations are here. Is that what it comes down to?
Something like that.
All right, yes. Well, congratulations. We're paying every cent of your $957 bill.
Woo-hoo. All right.
Thank you. You guys are great.
All right, whatever. Hang on the line. We'll give you more information on where we're going to send the check and everything like that, all right?
Thank you.
Well done, Angelica.
Congratulations.
That's Angelica Bernal, San Jose, Terry.
Should have stayed at the Bellagio.
Oh, yeah.
Now that we're paying.
Today's email of the day,
Yeah?
as I just highlighted for you, Terry, involves a man who has a girlfriend with no specialty when it comes to sex.
Nothing?
No specialty?
She has no specialty.
Come on.
Possible?
And he's trying to figure out what to do about it.
Tragically born with no specialty.
He is, in fact, in a tragic situation that I'm sure not too many men find themselves in, but they do exist.
Yeah?
A man who's hooked up with a woman in some kind of relationship of a serious variety, Terry, and he realizes now, after listening to the program, that she has not a specialty. What will he do?
Ooh.
These questions and many more will be answered right after this break. Is that right?
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wait to hear this email.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's very mediocre. Oh, no. You gotta love it.
The T-Man.
Where do they teach you to talk like this? In some Panama City sailor want a hump bar? Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Extra breaks news about the Dancing with the Stars shocker.
We're first to uncover Sarah Evans' divorce complaint detailing the lurid secrets.
Yeah, I heard something about this. What's the deal? Some babe was on Dancing with the Stars right now. She's having to leave the show because she's so needing a divorce.
Yes.
People are so desperate to get divorces these days. They have to happen so immediately that you can't wait a month or so just so she can be on Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah. Apparently the divorce is pretty ugly.
Yeah,
and
not good.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the pretty divorces.
Well.
I like the ones that are just fun for the whole family. She's so needing the divorce.
Yes.
Dancing with the Stars. I'll never watch the show, Terry, but I obviously acknowledge that the ratings are huge, and it's big time enough that you'd think she could hold off on the divorce for like a month so she could be on Dancing with the Stars, but no.
No, she's not going to win anyway.
So neat.
Right.
Well, there's your new show, Divorcing with the Stars. Should be a big ratings grabber.
That led her to seek a divorce and quit the hit show.
Whatever. People are so just desperate, man, for their divorces. I love it.
Yeah.
No, I can't go another day on Dancing with the Stars. I have to get divorced today. Sarah Evans. She's a country singer.
Yes. Yeah.
She hot. She like a
She's
no
very
Faith
pretty.
Hill, right?
No, she's no Faith Hill. Definitely not.
it's like
but she's very pretty.
It's like one of the only genres of music I don't listen to is country.
She's pretty. She's not. Like,
Never
ugly.
heard of her.
Yeah.
She big time in the country world, Steven?
I think she's relatively big time.
Relatively big time.
Like just a step down from way major superstar.
Oh.
Allegations of cheating, abuse, and a problem with pornography. Extra blows the lid off the shocking divorce complaint at the center of the Dancing with the Stars drama.
Right.
Involving Sarah Evans' sudden decision to quit the show and divorce her husband just days after tearing up on Dancing.
Oh.
We're madly in love.
That was Sarah in happier times, the country superstar who tore up the dance floor and the charts.
Was she good on the show or what?
She was okay.
She was pretty good as a whirly twirly girl?
I think she should have been voted off a while ago, but she's staying on because of the country western fan base.
Maybe she knew she was on borrowed time. And she just decided, okay, no time better than now to get divorced and give myself an out on this show so I won't look so bad.
Well, sometimes, divorce and the way this one's going is difficult on people, and she can't, she doesn't, it's hard for her to be in public and, hold back her feelings and all that kind of stuff.
This is the biggest show in America now.
Well, still.
You hold off on your divorce.
The country superstar who tore up the dance floor and the charts with hits like Split.
That's a big hit.
Late yesterday for her husband of 13.
Well, see, you guys don't like that genre of music, but Steven loves it.
Can't wait not to stick that CD in my CD player later today.
It's like Split late yesterday from her husband of 13 years, Craig Shelsky, and the father of her 3 children.
You just don't marry a Shelsky, Terry. You just try to avoid the Shelskys of the world.
All right.
All right?
Yeah.
13 years of marriage.
13 years, 3 kids.
And she can't get through a month so she could be on Dancing with the Stars?
No. I mean, even Shayna Moakler admitted, I'm right in the middle of a divorce, and the only reason she left was because she was voted off.
You could be right in the middle of triple bypass surgery and stay on Dancing with the Stars, Terry. Gotta do it.
All this stuff just came out. I mean, you got to feel bad for the woman.
Oh, yeah.
After
but it was
13
just,
years, ironically, the stuff all just came out this week.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Seems like it.
Well, they're
then she's
releasing all this.
She's a big dope because this guy didn't all of a sudden start these behaviors last week, Terry.
True.
He's been doing this at least for the past 7 years, minimum. More likely 12 or 13, 15 years that they've known each other.
Late yesterday from her husband of 13 years, Craig Shelsky, and the father of her 3 children.
3 children.
Today,
nice.
Extra obtained the explosive court document Sarah filed against her husband, a conservative who ran for Congress in 2000.
Of course.
They all are.
Yes.
Well, she's big time. She's like best friends with Sean Hannity.
The sleaziest in the world are these conservative Republicans, seems. Every day, another scandal.
A conservative who ran for Congress in 2002 and was even photographed with President Bush.
And you wonder why we accuse Stephen of screwing his dog, Terry. Prime example. Mm-hmm.
In Sarah's complaint, she alleges Craig's had an affair. She also says his computer is littered with pornographic photographs, including pictures of him having sex with other women.
Yes!
That's not good usually.
No. I mean, you might want to password protect that file in the future there, Shelsky.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless, of course, After 13 years, your wife finally cracked your code as far as what your password was, and that's what brought him down.
Time to buy your wife her own machine.
He figures she's all engulfed with Dancing with the Stars. He can get a little sloppy, so to speak, and leave his file open, and she's so busy with all her stuff that she's not going to be worried about catching him right now. And what happens? He goes and he gets caught having all kinds of weirdness all over his computer.
Well, it's not just one computer she's claiming. She claims that all three, they have like 3 computers in their home, and all 3 of the computers are littered with pornographic stuff.
And this just happened overnight. The Shelsky dude just snapped overnight and became this porno fiend.
It's like porno laundering. You got to spread it out.
She was married to a great guy for 12 and a half years.
She doesn't seem like the type of person that would be able to hold it back.
But in the last 6 months, well, that just makes her some big dope, because this guy didn't learn to do this overnight.
It wouldn't shock me if she was a big dope.
No, wouldn't shock me.
She's a country western singer. Of course she is.
She also says his computer is littered with pornographic photographs, including pictures of him having sex with other women and personal ads soliciting sex online.
Yes!
Not good at all.
Yeah.
Do we have his ad? Can we read it?
Apparently it's a Craigslist ad.
Should we respond to it?
That'd be
Is he one of these voicemail callers to Valerie?
Let me see if I have any information on this.
Ironically, Sarah recently told Extra her favorite song on her last album was called Cheating.
Yeah, let's see if it's still her favorite.
Yeah.
All right, let me move on. I don't have time for this country western babe who's in all kinds of problems. Let me read today's T-Man email of the day.
T-Man's email of the day.
Jesus. He should be slapped after the show.
He needs to be beaten thoroughly.
Yeah.
He needs to just have a face full of bruises, Terry.
A face full, huh?
Face full.
Wouldn't be very nice.
Dear T-Man, ruler of the airwaves, king of my morning commute. Isn't that nice, Terry?
Wow.
That's so nice, yes. I listen to your show all the time, and I told my girlfriend that she needs to have a specialty, as you call it, when it comes to her sexual abilities. I told her I really didn't think she had one, and started teasing her about that.
Oh, nice.
She got pretty tortured by my teasing and has been trying to figure out what she could present to me as a specialty. So far, her attempts have been pretty lame.
Oh, wow.
To the point where it's not even funny to me anymore. And I think I may need to cut her loose.
Would be good for her. He sounds like a controlling little dick.
All right, maybe you want to save your comments till after I'm done with the email.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
Jeez, judgmental.
In her last try, she spent it... And let me make sure I read this right. In her last try, she spent a half hour or so just rubbing her big old boobies on my ass cheeks. While I liked the effort, I was trying to tell her it didn't really do anything for me and it isn't really a specialty. She isn't horrible when it comes to basic sex, but she definitely doesn't have a specialty. So what do I need to do? Should I try to go out there and find a new one? Or keep working with her a while? Signed, Joseph. Terry, this man brings up a very important point in this email. This is a very vital email today. Now more than ever before, women better be aware. Not only be aware, but more importantly, they better have a specialty. Because men are not going to sit around tolerating women that do not know how to present a specialty. Now, some of you just don't know what it is, but you have one, and you're just not great at showcasing it at all times, or at least enough. That's okay. That's workable. But for those of you out there, and I'm thinking it's a very small crew, but there definitely is an interesting size percentage of women out there that don't have a sexual specialty, well, you better get one. Quick, because this will not be tolerated much longer.
Here, let me go my file.
I want you to have one, and on top of that, you better know what it is, so you can bring it out upon request. This dude had to sit there having this girl bumble through trying to figure out what her specialty is, and she's sitting there rubbing her boobies on his ass cheeks. Now, that's got to be an interesting evening, no doubt about it. But how is she thinking? She doesn't even know how to find a specialty. What qualifies as a specialty? That's not a specialty.
We'll define it then.
Boobs on the butt, not a specialty.
Boobs on the butt for a half hour? I mean, do you want to throw 5 minutes with the boobs on the butt, little car wash snake going through routine? You know what I mean?
Is that how it goes?
No,
I'm trying
I was trying to
picture
figure out what you were doing.
I had a little different myself.
You know how the car wash snakes, those big hanging...
Oh,
cloth
yeah,
cleaners?
at the end.
Yeah, how they clean your windshield and
Yeah.
they clean your car.
Right,
I don't know if
gotcha.
it's at the end. It could be at the beginning. It could be in the middle.
Yeah, right at the end.
whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
the one at the end, right.
Yeah, right when you're dried off.
You know how they...
Yes,
how they-
I understand.
They kind of whisk back and forth over your car.
Got it,
well,
got
that's...
it.
I'm assuming this is what happened to Joseph when his girlfriend was rubbing her boobies back and forth over his ass cheeks.
Like
For a half
little
hour.
whiskey.
For a half hour she did that, saying, hey, is this a good specialty? Do I have a specialty now? Can you stop saying I don't have a specialty? You are more pathetic than I even thought Joseph. Because his girlfriend obviously is a million miles away from a specialty. Now, Terry Free, I know you're a very sexual beast.
Whoa, I'm a
Oh,
sexual
jeez.
beast.
I know you're a very sexual being, and not only am I guaranteeing that you have a specialty, even though I wouldn't know intricate details of it, even though I know you have a specialty, Terry, I want to be convinced at this time that you know what your specialty is, because it's not enough for a woman to have a specialty. It's very important that she knows what it is, so she can go with it, make it her own. Not that it's going to be unique, no specialty. There's not enough things you can do sexually for any one thing to be unique. It's nice if it can be more on the unique side, but you at least need to have a specialty, something that separates you from the mass population, something that just you're a cut above when it comes to the average woman out there. Clearly a cut above. Maybe numbers of cuts above. Please have one and know what it is, Terry. I've given you enough time. I've stalled enough time by talking up a storm here for you to figure out if you weren't aware of it already. I'm sure you had an answer as soon as I said it. What's your specialty, Terry Free?
The specialty thing is a little ridiculous, but
Ridiculous.
Well,
Terry, it's
yeah.
so the opposite of ridiculous that you obviously can't even wrap your arms around it.
What are you, my wife now? Can't wrap your arms around me.
All right, so humor me. If it's ridiculous to you,
It is
humor
kinda
me and just
ridiculous
tell
to
me
me.
that you understand
But-
what your specialty is. What's Terry Free's specialty?
Okay, so to humor you, I would say I have skills of an expert level on top.
On top.
Whoa, Terry.
All right.
Yeah.
That's very good, Terry.
So.
Hop aboard.
So when it comes to at least your neighborhood, your community, your zip code,
My zip
your
code.
city, you would present yourself as one of the best in the town as far as your skills for being on top. Terry Free rides like a bandit on the way out of town, and no one can hold a candle to her, not in this town.
Yes, I guess, yes.
If there was some national challenge as far as finding out who the best in the country was, as far as being on top is concerned, you would volunteer yourself as your city's representative. Well, then there you go. That's your specialty. You have one, and you know what it is. How'd you put it? You're of an expert level when it comes to being on
Yep.
top. Your skills are. Oh, that's very nice, Terry.
Yeah.
See? We're working together here. You see what I'm
We
saying?
are.
And
Yeah,
that's
but-
why you're a happily married woman now.
I am, yeah.
And now I have less concerns about you staying married, Terry. You have a specialty! Please, ladies, know what your specialty is. Men are not going to sit around waiting for you to figure it out. I'll tell you that right now.
Could it be they have one? It's just not that special?
If it's not special, it's not a specialty.
Well, I mean, not everybody's going to be great at something, right?
I have 4 average tees.
Listen to the...
But can I also tell you, it would be really nice if you men had a few different specialties.
Okay, guess what? First of all, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why that doesn't apply. First, I want to tell you the key words. Remind me to tell you why that doesn't apply. The key words in Joseph's email are very, very important to make sure you don't miss. It's not funny to me anymore. At first, he was joking about her not having a specialty, but then when he realized it definitely was true, he came to the realization, this isn't funny anymore. I can't tolerate this much longer, and I may have to cut her loose. Yes, absolutely. Men are not going to sit around with women that don't have a specialty, Terry, and I'll tell you why it's different for men as opposed to women. When men have sex
Yes.
with their woman of choice, and then some, men have their... Well, how can I explain this to you so you can understand it the best? When men have intercourse with a woman, Terry, the odds of him actually bringing her to that climactic state, on the average man who has sex with the average woman, the chance that he will be able to bring her to the ultimate state of arousal is somewhere between 35 and 45%, Terry. And that's actually a generous estimate. It's probably lower than that.
All right.
So just any man who's able to do that, Terry, is accomplishment enough. You don't need a specialty if you're a man. Just bringing a woman to that ultimate zone is more than a specialty could ever give you. But men, last I checked, not very difficult to satisfy. Correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Okay, then.
I got an old wool sock right here. See you in 10 minutes.
Exactly. Men get satisfied every single time there's even a mere attempt at sexual behaviors. So because that's the case, you women have gotten off too easy for too long. You better have a specialty, and you better know what it is. Not to be tolerated anymore. You women have gotten a free pass for too long just laying around, okay? Men are not going to sit by and let women get by any longer with this free pass of not having a specialty. Terry Free has spoken for herself. She is on the record. Her skills are of an expert nature when it comes to being on top. She's pulling her weight.
Oh, boy.
That's a lot of weight.
Good thing she's not pulling mine.
Yeah, I bet it's a good thing for you.
Pretty sure you're the only one pulling yours, Steven.
My weight.
So the day has come. I am launching the movement, if it hasn't been launched already, Terry, with the tolerance men had in the past for women who just have been getting by with no specialty. Those days are over. You're going to be a lonely group, you ladies out there, because you'll find how shut out you're going to be in the future. So in order to help you ladies, I would like to help you identify your specialties.
That's why you ask when we talk to people, right?
I would like the next 10 callers to be all women to describe to me their specialties.
Okay.
And feel free to use as graphic details as you want, because I have a dump button, and I'm ready to break new ground in radio, Terry. I'm ready to do a segment where I have to dump everything a woman says. Where only we can hear it, because this show is really for our entertainment only. I've always said that, Terry.
Yes, sir.
This show that we do here is really just for our entertainment. Anyone else that's simultaneously entertained is just merely by coincidence. So I would be very entertained, Terry, and it's very important. I'm doing a real service to the ladies out there, because they know now that I'm absolutely 100% not kidding around here when I said men of the world are not going to tolerate this anymore, and it's best they know, if they're not aware of it already, what their specialty is. So I'll talk with them. I'll work them through it. We'll figure it out together. If you're not sure what your specialty is, we'll work on it, and we'll figure it out together. Because Joseph ain't sitting around anymore, and neither is Frank and Tommy and Jose and Tino and Juan and
any man out there who has a woman who has no
Jack
specialty.
and John. We're not going to tolerate women without a specialty.
Might be sitting there alone.
Now, you asked a very interesting question, Terry. Why don't men have to have a specialty? My answer obviously made perfect sense to you, because you haven't followed up with any retort. I made it so clear to you that you had no opportunity to even fight the good fight on behalf of the women.
Actually, I would like to retort. I can.
You can.
Especially with the little stat you gave about how women can't get satisfied or, whatever.
Right.
But the thing is that if a man had a really good specialty, then you would have a higher number of women getting satisfied. Thus, it is very important for men to have a specialty or more than one.
And I'll tell you why. It doesn't matter how you get it done as long as you get her there, Terry, and that's a difficult chore. You know what? You know how much the deck is stacked against you when it comes to bringing a woman who probably doesn't even know how to do it because of her own problems, her own issues. You know how difficult it is to get her to the ultimate height that she's longing to get to? It's next to impossible.
But the majority of women who cannot get to that heightened pleasure, it's usually because the man is not doing what he's supposed to do.
He's doing his best. Any given time.
His best sucks right about now.
No, it doesn't. Any given time that a man has sex with a woman, the chances of him, on average, bringing her to that state of ultimate arousal is 35 to 45%. Actually, more like 30 to 40%, Terry. So because we have to work so damn hard at getting you there, no matter what it takes, no matter how many things you have to do, no need for a specialty, just get her there. Just get her there. Men are there from the moment it starts. It's a foregone conclusion. Foregone conclusion that the man is gonna get there. Right. So that's not good enough. Not good enough that he just gets there. Now we want you to break out your specialty on demand. This is an on-demand world. I thank Comcast for this.
Right, you have a remote, huh?
So this is, yes, we are in the on-demand generation. And on-demand, it doesn't mean we're going to ask you to break out the specialty every time, not even most of the time.
Right.
But some of the time. When we ask on-demand for you to break out that specialty, we'd like to know it's there, and we'd like to know that, yes, in fact, it is quite special. And not available from every woman we can get our hands on. And trust me, we can get our hands on plenty. So you don't have a specialty, we're moving on! Wow. 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call.
On Demand's great, man.
And it is an on-demand world.
Get a specialty and Revenge of the Nerds.
That's right. $2.99 on an all-day ticket.
Yeah. Wow.
1-866-663-T-MAN. Any man that is holding on right now, I'm going to have to disconnect you, and I'm sorry. Because I must work with the ladies here. I'm doing a workshop this morning.
Oh, is it a specialty workshop?
I'm doing a T-Man exercise, Terry. And I'm doing it for the ladies who are listening for their benefit. You know what? I will allow some men to call, because if any man out there is linked with a woman that he realizes, like Joseph. Joseph woke up the other day and realized his girlfriend didn't have a specialty. And now he's at a crossroads. What should Joseph do with his woman? Should he work with her? Because the chances are, a woman that doesn't have a specialty and can't figure out what it is ain't never going to have a specialty.
Okay. But what if Joseph truly loves her? I mean, do you...
What's his name?
What if Joseph truly loves her?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that phrase.
When you love somebody, do you forego the specialty? I mean... Does love outweigh the specialty?
One thing at a time, Terry. I got the ladies lining up trying to register on the air as to whether theirs is a specialty or not.
All right.
Women want to know where they stand in this world, Terry.
I hear you.
And I'm more than happy to deal with that. So let's start the T-Man workshop in the morning. Shelley has called in. Yes, Shelley. You want to present your specialty and find out if you actually get your certificate as having a specialty. Go ahead. Tell us about it. There you go. That would definitely qualify as a specialty, right, Terry?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And how does that work for you, Shelley? Do you find you get a good response from that? I couldn't air that, of course.
Right.
As I told you, we're breaking new ground.
Yes.
Asking ladies for material that cannot be aired for the first time ever in radio. And Shelley certainly has not let us down.
Right.
Now, how is that working for you? Do you find you get a tremendous response from the men?
My husband likes it. We've been together 11 years.
Well,
and
this is why she's had one man be more than willing to hang around. Because she's got that amazing specialty.
Yep.
Which I hope we got dumped. Is that right?
We're re-ramping.
That's right.
We're re-ramping as
because
we speak.
In describing her specialty, Terry, she used the F word. Yes.
Pretty cool specialty, though. I didn't see that coming.
And do you have the equipment for that, Shelley?
I've got double Ds, 36 double Ds.
I would say yes.
And all natural. No fake here.
Very nice, very nice. And you would put your skills for that up against just about anyone within an 8 square mile radius from your home. 8 miles, a very light estimate, too, Terry. It needs to be more like a 20 square mile.
Whoa.
And she's got to be the best within a 20 square mile radius from her home.
Okay.
If there's some woman who lives in a neighboring town, even, that is a little bit better than her at that, she could be in a little trouble. But Shelley sounds pretty confident. You sound confident. Are you as confident as you sound, or what?
Oh, my God, yes. Hello.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, Shelley, I appreciate you sharing that with us. Congratulations on not having to worry about the new movement. It's a new movement! It's an uprising!
Oh, yeah, kind of like right now.
The day has come where the tolerance of women with no specialty is gone! Shush your specialty! Will be thrown to the scrap heap.
Is it question time yet?
Show us your specialty, or be thrown to the scrap heap.
Not good.
There are more than enough ways, there are more than enough reasons that women out there throw their men to the scrap heap. Well, now here's a way for men to decide whether it's time for the woman in his world that he was so gracious enough to allow in to be cut loose. Cut loose!
Jeez.
Yes, your question, please.
Spare parts. You say, what if Terry's neighbor has the same specialty? You say it has to be in a different zip code or something like that? Are there that many specialties?
Stephen, there are a number of specialties, but there are just, an enormous amount of specialties, but there are enough that you and your skills should be of such a level of excellence that your next-door neighbor isn't going to be able to hold a candle to your ability to do just that.
So if that's her specialty, then she needs to find something else.
Either that or move.
Okay.
To an area where it is, in fact, a specialty. Because if everyone has it, it's really not that special.
So you'll put out a map of specialties then so we'll know where to move to.
I don't think it's that hard to break down. Oh, you mean where the specialties lie?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be interesting to find out.
Because what if Terry's zip code, is a hot zip, and they have everybody's like a good get on topper,
Get on topper, yes. Terry, Stephen's concerned that your specialty may be watered down in your neighborhood. Chances are, if Terry's skills are as strong as she makes them sound,
and I believe they are,
no matter what hot zip she might sashay into, she'd still be the cream of the crop.
I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about other people who think that's their specialty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're looking out for others.
Stephen, because you're very woman-like through and through,
yes,
you may be the only man out there who needs to have a specialty.
Yeah, what is your specialty, Stephen?
Same as the last caller.
Aaron, where are you calling from? Since we're into hot zips. Aaron, you're on the air. Where are you calling from?
San Francisco.
Yes, and you would like to share your specialty with us?
Stop. No, actually, I am getting my PhD in human sexuality at this point in time.
And you want me to be a guest speaker? Yes, I can make that appointment. I'm available anytime next month on a Thursday.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about this whole idea that women must be brought to a climax by a man in the first place. That's pretty outdated.
Yeah, well, every woman knows. That's an excellent point.
Own responsibility.
That goes without saying. Every woman knows she needs to take matters into her own hands on a lot of occasions to help the process.
And why should there be a specialty? Why shouldn't there just be that goal to achieve excellence in general?
Because that's a little far-fetched. Every woman is not going to be great across the board. She certainly has to stand out in one category of a sexual aspect. So just because you're having trouble as a very learned woman yourself there, finding a specialty and you realize you're just going to be an outcast, don't come blaming me. Okay, very good. Thank you for the call. And now you've just canceled my speaking engagement. I'm not coming to speak at your stupid little place. I almost thought it's up myself there. Has no specialty, Terry.
Right.
And is very defensive about it. You can hear the tone of her voice.
Okay.
She's so busy cracking the books that years have passed in her life and she knows not where to turn to find her own specialty. Tragic, sad, pathetic, but true. Good luck trying to find a guy.
Whoa.
Angie is calling from Richmond.
Hello.
Hello, Angie.
How are you?
Good. I'm hoping you're calling to share what you think is your specialty and whether you get the T-Man certificate as yes. It'd be nice if we should send out certificates so women can put them on their
wall,
in their bedrooms, on their mantles, wherever they choose to put it. Yes.
So there's no question. So when the guy comes in, they automatically go, ah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. Yeah, it doesn't have to be any interview process or any discovery or any research done by the guy. It can be displayed prominently that she in fact has a specialty. Well, like the first caller that we had a dump had no doubt a specialty there, Terry.
Right. I love that specialty.
It should be a card they can carry in their purses so they can show them at the club. I mean, you don't want to see it. Okay.
Angie, help out. Angie, go ahead. Tell us about your specialty.
Well, my one.
Oh, that's a great one. Yes. Of course, I couldn't hear that as well, Terry. But that's a great one.
With what? I didn't catch the second part of it.
Can you say the second part that was a little cleaner without saying the first part again, Angie? With what?
Huh?
You said you'd like to do that with what?
Blowing bubbles on the ball.
Now, when you combine that with the first part that we couldn't hear, Terry, and I'm really not completely sure we can hear the second part, but we'll let that go.
Sure.
How can you deny Angie her certificate?
I seriously don't get
it. Is she a bubble yum or what? What's the deal?
Is she a clown?
Terry? Oh, pretend like you don't know. Terry, the women are lining up to tell us their specialties. And the T-Man is handing out certificates.
Yeah, it's in the mail, Angie.
Yes. Angie, you may want to stand close to your mailbox. Oh, yours should come overnight.
Yeah.
Based on what you told us, Terry.
Absolutely.
With the first part and the blowing the bubbles on the other day there. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, please. Tell me the men wouldn't be lining up for Angie. If she's not lying, now people can call up and lie, but I don't see why they would waste my time.
Right.
Obviously, Angie knows what she's doing in that area. She's got the technique down, and if she can really execute it the way she said she could,
yeah.
How is that not a specialty? Who in her neighborhood's going to be able to get that done the way she does it?
Definitely.
Who even is going to try?
No.
So probably one she's got all on her own.
Yes.
In her neighborhood.
Well done, Angela. Can I call you Angela? Reminds me of my wife.
Oh, wow.
1-866-663. T-Man back with more specialties. After these words.
The T-Man Show.
This will be the high point of my day. It's all downhill from here.
I got all the lines filled. Couldn't be more perfect, Terry. Every line right now is filled with Monique and Tiana and Dawn and Italiano.
Yeah. Lovely.
What's her name? Italione, and look at all the women on the line, Terry, ready to tell me in graphic detail what their specialty is. And now I'm hearing about we may be having dump button issues.
Oh, wow. Dump issues.
That's right. Pasty saying some callers are saying that the F word and certain words that I know I hit the dump button clearly, Terry, went over the air. They could be messing with you, Pasty, and ruining my fun. That's what it could be.
Ruining.
Because I was told, Terry, that we settled all the dump button issues, which allows me to have moments like this where I can break new ground, as I said, by dumping everything people are saying.
Right.
Yeah, here's how we're breaking new ground in radio. We're swearing on the air. Breaking new ground. And I got all these ladies lined up to tell me in very plain terms what their specialty is. And now I'm told to hold off on having them get so graphic. We have to go back to regular radio.
Really?
Yeah, we have to air everything we say.
Nice shot.
Extra graphic.
Well, let me reread the email, which led us into this very important conversation so you know where we're at this point in time. Dear T-Man, ruler of the airwaves, king of my morning commute. I listen to your show all the time, and I told my girlfriend she needs to have a specialty, as you call it, when it comes to her sexual abilities. Men will not tolerate it anymore, Terry. I told her I really didn't think she had one, and started teasing her about that. She got pretty tortured by my teasing, and has been trying to figure out what she could present to me as a specialty. So far, her attempts have been pretty lame, to the point where it's not even funny to me anymore, and I think I may need to cut her loose. Cut her loose!
Good guy.
It's a normal guy. That's what I'm telling you about.
Well, that's the new way.
That's the new guy. And it's a progression. It's progress, Terry. Where did I leave off here? In our last try, she spent a half hour or so just rubbing her big old boobies on my ass cheek. Yeah, like that especially. While I liked the effort, I was trying to tell her it really didn't do anything for me. And it isn't. By no means. I'm interjecting that. A specialty.
I mean, it's a good, solid effort, though, right?
He even points that out.
Yeah.
She isn't horrible when it comes to basic sex. But she definitely does not have a specialty. So what do I do? Should I look out there and try to find a new one? And by new one, what does he mean, Terry? What does he mean when he says, should I try to find a new one? It's pretty simple. I'm asking a very simple question.
Right.
What does he mean when he says, should I try to find a new one?
Talk about a girlfriend,
That's right. Should he try to find a new girlfriend? Can you believe he's speaking like that? Of course you can, because that's the way it is now. Get used to it.
What happened to love?
If you have no specialty, what happened to love?
Yes.
Love cannot present itself until you've established a specialty.
Really? Is that
right.
is that the rule?
Mm-hmm.
So you truly can't love somebody unless you know what their specialty is.
That's right. You're
And if
looking at
they
me
have
like I'm
one.
talking preposterous. You look at me
I
and
am.
you're laughing at me, Terry.
I am, because
All
that
right.
is pretty.
You know what? When the first person presented the blueprint for the first automobile, someone laughed at him.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And now it's pretty standard for people to have cars, right or wrong.
Right.
Okay.
Who's laughing now?
Who's laughing now at Mr. Automobile? Not many people.
Mr. Automobile's loaded.
But the first time someone said, hey, I'm going to put 4 wheels on this apparatus and make it go. Somebody laughed. I'm telling you, the way of the future. There'll be no love without a specialty established by women, not men. Men don't need it. If you don't know why, you weren't listening to the last segment.
So the preacher will say it in the vows and stuff. So everybody will know, just to make sure.
It'll be so commonplace, it'll be so standard, that the preacher will not have to say it in the vows. Does the preacher talk about breathing air in the vows?
Well, but everybody will want to know what the specialty is to make sure that she's a good one.
Last we all checked, breathing air, second nature, doesn't have to be discussed. It'll be that commonplace that it won't even have to be discussed. It'll be standard.
Imagine the guy who said, hey, we should try and breathe this air.
In the automobile that was invented by the guy who got laughed at, do they talk about having a steering wheel when you ask to buy a new car? Would you like a steering wheel, sir? No! It comes standard!
Just go straight.
I would love to take all these calls. But we may be having dump button issues.
All right.
What's the status on that? How we doing there? We're still looking into it?
Yeah, no clear word on what's going on yet. I'm trying to find out what's going on.
You guys are so wrong.
He hates us.
He does.
Give me a quick story. What else is going on in the world, Terry?
This is actually pretty interesting. For the first time ever, there are more single and unmarried households than married ones.
For the first time ever?
Yes.
For the first time ever in the history of the planet?
For the first, it says for the first time ever. So I guess
I find that hard to believe.
Planet, married people are the minority in the United States.
Adam and Eve were born married?
Well, come on now.
Okay. For the first time in a real long time.
Yep.
Married people, if you're married, you're in the minority. You are yet another minority of the world. That's that's what we are.
Yep.
Get away from me, freak.
You minority, I'll run you out of town.
Yep. They say that 55.2 million households aren't a married couple, 14 million are single women, 5 million are single men, and 36.7 million are called quote unquote non-family households, which are, your gay couples,
Let me see if I
unmarried, cohabitating.
All right, whatever. Let me see if I heard you correctly. 14 million women out there are single, living alone, and 5 million men are single, living alone?
Yes.
Sounds like some desperate ladies out there, Terry, that triple the number of single men living alone.
True.
Wow.
Triple that number.
But you think this happened by accident, and I'll tell you the reason why the married couples of the world are now minority folk.
Okay.
Internet! Who needs marriage when we have the internet?
Damn you, Al Gore.
Nobody needs to be married with the internet, Terry. There's too much going on. There's too much fun to be had. Why ruin the fun by saying I do?
Oh, jeez.
You big fun ruiner.
Nothing ruins the party of the internet more than getting married.
Wow.
I gotta take a break again? Huh?
We are behind.
Yep.
Steven's even watching the clock.
Nothing ruins your fun more than marriage and pasty day.
The T-Man Show.
Why do you shamelessly waste my time like this?
I don't know.
Intense moments for another Yankee riding in a private jet. A plane carrying Alex Rodriguez overran a runway at Bob Hope Airport in Burbank, California.
Right.
The aircraft had only minor damages and no one was hurt.
You hear about that, Terry? That happened over the weekend or something, yeah.
I didn't know.
It would have served Alex Rodriguez right since he killed Corey Lytle.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about that on the internet, and I can't help but agree.
Really?
And when I tell you why Alex Rodriguez killed Corey Lytle, you won't be able to help but agree, too.
Okay, so why?
If Alex Rodriguez had done his job and swung his little bat, that he gets paid $26 million a year to do.
I do.
In the Yankees playoff series against Detroit, they would have beaten Detroit like they were supposed to do, and then the Yankees would have kept on playing in the playoffs, which would have prevented Corey Lytle to have the time to go flying all around Manhattan, which would have not enabled him to go flying into buildings, and he would still be amongst the living. So, you can't disagree with the bloggers out there that believe Alex Rodriguez killed Corey Lytle.
Oh, I thought A-Rod had a shoulder-held rocket launcher. I see now.
Yeah, that's another blog I was reading.
Okay. He may as well have, though.
Right.
Gosh.
Midas, same thing. Yeah. Same difference. Yeah.
Breaking it all down like that.
There you go. Alex Rodriguez, in fact, killed Corey Lytle.
Whoa.
Wow.
And there's no disputing it.
All right.
Man struck out with the bases loaded how many times in the playoffs, Terry? Okay. That's all I need to hear.
Out there looking for the killer, though, I'm sure.
You don't worry about Alex Rodriguez. Let me worry about that, all right? Stephen, you worry about what your specialty is, all right?
Okay, I'm trying
As
to
I
figure it
told
out.
you, you're the only man that needs to be on the clock as far as figuring it out. Now, I suggest to you that it probably isn't hard to figure out. It's probably what the first caller said that we had a dump. Hopefully it actually went through. Your double Ds probably are very, very...
Useful.
Yes.
Any woman would love him.
Mm-hmm.
Any woman.
Now, what else is going on in the world? Then I'm going to get back to the phones, and whether or not we have to hit the dump button, what can I tell you? It's here. I'm assuming it works, but who the hell knows?
It's after 9, though, so it's okay.
That's right. Safe harbor.
After all the Oxycontins this weekend, we're all having dump issues. So don't worry about it.
Give me a quick one, then it's back to the phones, Terry. What do you got?
Got a story here about 13 French patients who unfortunately had their prostate exams go wrong, and now they.
Oh, geez, that doesn't sound good.
No, it isn't.
When your prostate exam goes wrong, that
Yeah.
Because when it goes right, it's still kind of wrong.
Unfortunately,
But it's so wrong. It feels so right.
now they are in need of artificial.
Did I say that out loud?
You kind of did.
Yeah, you did.
What's that out there?
Now they are in need of artificial anuses.
Anuses?
Anuses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why do you feel uncomfortable saying that? There's nothing wrong with saying the word anus, Terry.
Right. Well, they need artificial.
I only say that because we don't have a working dump button.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with saying that.
Well, that's in the medical term.
Yeah, of course. I'm being
actually.
serious. Nothing wrong with it. They need artificial anuses because their prostate exam went so awry.
Yeah. Yes. It did.
And where do you get that? You get that at Lowe's?
I don't know.
Where do I find the artificial anuses? Oh, that's right next to the barbecue, sir.
Yeah.
Barbecues. Wow. We're going to have to go too many aisles then.
Artificial body parts. There's a sign.
All right, if I was to be serious, I'll ask you the same question. Have you ever heard of an artificial anus?
No, I have not. But I mean, I'm sure you could go to.
Does it come with the butt cheeks, or is it?
No, I don't think they need the cheeks.
You don't need the cheeks.
No, I think it's
It's a smaller apparatus.
Right, I guess.
Well, if they're going to throw in some new cheeks, you may as well take it, though.
Lot smaller, please.
An artificial anus. There is such a thing as an artificial anus.
Apparently there is.
And 13 men who got prostate exams are going to need one because their prostate exams went so wrong.
Yes.
You would think the 11th guy would have heard the screaming from the waiting room and not gone in for his prostate exam.
Mm-hmm.
Why did it have to get to 13?
Well,
if one or two prostate exams go bad, I could say, okay, that could happen. But 13?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, actually, in total, there was 23 guys, but 13 of them.
That makes sense. Then.
13 of them need the artificial prostate, artificial anus.
Because 13 went so wrong that there's no turning back now.
Right.
May I see the story?
One of them died. 9 of them ended up
So
okay.
he won't need an artificial
No,
anus.
Probably
9 of them
not.
were okay. One of them died, and then the rest, the 13, are the ones who need the artificial.
9 of them were lucky to be able to roll on with the rest of their life with their own
Right.
situation there. And 13, here it says, suffered such, oh my gosh, yes, such damage, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even read the story with
Kind
that.
of makes you pucker a little bit, doesn't it? Hurts.
They'll need surgery. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The hospital is blaming the prostate exams gone wrong on a new software program, which the employees did not know how to use properly.
Oh,
This cannot be a true story. I'm sorry.
Oh, it is.
Looks true. Looks like a reputable source here, Terry, but I'm sorry. I just find it hard to believe that there's going to be 13 people roaming around the earth with a artificial anus. I'm sure Paul McCartney would be very attracted to them.
Yeah.
That's his specialty.
The 23 people involved in these prostate exams gone bad were exposed to excessive doses of radiation.
Yeah.
Excessive doses because of the new software.
Maybe you might want to train your hospital staff
Yeah,
on
could be,
the
too.
new software prior to exams.
Or there's a real crafty hacker out there.
Right. Could be.
Yeah.
Screw draining people's bank accounts. I want to blow up people's butts.
Wow. Good morning. I'm right here.
1-866 663 T-Man. Dawn has been waiting for a while in Hayward, California. Good morning, Dawn.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Good.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to make a comment on your email of the day.
Yeah, that'd be the T-Man email of the day, yes.
Yes.
I'm hoping I could impress upon you the hope that you'll keep it clean since we're not sure that our delay system is working around here. Go ahead, Dawn.
We might need an artificial one.
No, please. Well, I do want to say first, this guy is a jerk because he can't tell his girlfriend what he likes and what he doesn't like. So
well, he tells her what he likes, and it doesn't mean you can tell a girl you can tell a woman till she's blue in the face what you like. If she doesn't have a specialty in that area, it's not all of a sudden going to come about due to osmosis.
If he didn't like it, why did he let her rub up against him for half an hour?
He didn't want to break her spirit. The girl was trying so damn hard.
And cut.
Oh my goodness!
Any sexual act that a woman may be attempting to do on a man is not going to be so horrific that he's going to stop her in mid-flight.
Well, why doesn't he say what he likes and just get it over with?
Boy, there's a...
You keep coming back to that. That's the second time you said that now, and I just told you very clearly that you could tell a person, be they man or woman, till they're blue in the face, that you love this certain something, and if they don't have it in them to make it happen for you in a big-time way, then it's not happening.
Look, I have my own specialties.
That's what you really want to talk about.
I can't tell another woman how to do something, but...
You're a cute little listener, a 94.9. You're trying to make it sound like you're really concerned about the emailer of the day, but all you really called about was to get your own specialty out there on the airwaves.
Yes, you're so right.
Yes, because I would guess that you're not involved with anyone on a social level right now. You're a single woman, aren't you, Dawn?
No, I am actually seeing someone.
Oh, right. But you'd like to get them out of your life as quick as possible and upgrade, right or wrong?
Wrong.
Wrong? You want to stay with this person?
Yes, I do.
Of course you have to say that now that I've exposed you for the reality of who you are. You don't want to stay with them, and you know it. You're trying to find someone new, and you know it.
No, he's very good at what he does.
Oh. How long have you two been a couple?
I would say about 5 months now.
And what do you guys do for a living? What do you do?
I'm an office manager.
An office manager. Without you, the office would be in chaos.
Pretty much, yes.
How many people are in your office? How many employees are on the job there?
I actually, in the office itself, it's only me and the owner. And the other...
What'd you say about the owner? I missed
Just
it.
her and the owner.
Her and the owner.
How much of an office?
No.
And
there's a lot to manage. You must look pretty damn good. These office managers look better and better these days, Terry. Obviously, you're aware that
10 other employees.
The common day office manager of the female variety, because there's so many men doing it, are very hot, and you're aware of that. So please describe yourself to us there in Hayward. What do you look like?
I'm thin. C cup, I gather.
Thin with a C cup, yes. How tall are you?
About 5'3", 5'4".
And what do you weigh?
Slacks.
No. What do you weigh?
Oh, what do I weigh? Maybe 105, maybe?
5'4", 5'3", 105 with C cups, Terry.
Yeah, she's tiny.
And she's got slacks, and what else? Women in slacks.
Oh, yeah.
Got my Dockers on today, too, man.
Oh, yeah, with the elastic waistband.
Yes.
Holidays coming up, definitely getting bigger.
All right, so you got your slacks and your C cup, and what else do you got on?
A nice blouse with a, open top.
Now, does the owner that you work so closely with, does he approve of your attire today? Did he give you the little nod, maybe a little pat on the butt? Did he give you something to indicate that he's very impressed with the way you are put together today as a...
No, he's not in yet, and no, he doesn't do things like that.
So you're all by yourself in your office right now?
No, the other crew members are here, but I'm in the office by myself.
I thought a second ago it was just you and the owner. Now there are crew members floating around.
No, I said I was the only two people in this office is myself and the owner.
Does the owner know that you have a serious boyfriend that you've been seeing now for 5 months?
Yes, he does.
Does he approve of this? Maybe he likes it because he wants her committed, so she won't be apt to be ratting on his activities to his wife.
Tell him I'll kill you.
Got that down.
Have you ever heard those words said to you on the job? Tell anyone and I'll kill you. Do those words sound familiar to you, Dawn?
No, I've never crossed the line.
Gosh.
Have you been aware that your boss has been hitting on you for a serious period of time? Are you aware of that?
Oh, a lot of people hit on me, but
How old are you, Dawn?
I am 30.
That means she's 45, Terry.
What?
How much older than 30 are you really, Dawn?
I am 30.
I am 30.
Stephen wants.
Yeah, what year were you born?
Translated means I'm older than 30. What year were you born?
1976.
Well, that's too easy to figure out.
Round number math. Dawn,
I even figured that one out.
I thank you for calling in.
Oh, you don't even want to know my specialty?
Well, since you're demanding to tell us, even though we may have a faulty delay system, try to keep it, I hate to have to say this, Terry, I want to hear it as dirty as possible and then just dump it.
Wow.
What's your specialty, Dawn?
My specialty is with my mouth.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we know it's not conversation.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yes. She's got beautiful choppers. That's what she meant, Terry.
Yeah, I know.
Pearly whites.
Right.
Now, a lot of women claim to have that specialty, and it's okay. A lot of you can. But just be sure that your skills are of a level that it rules out being lumped in with the masses. A lot of women like to think that's their specialty, and it can be. There's no doubt about it. It's a very basic situation as far as having it as your specialty. But if you are, in fact, of a certain level of performance in that area, Terry, yes, it can be your specialty, and it's very much well received by the man as regular of an activity as that is. Are you following me, Terry?
I am.
So don't look too deep into the word specialty.
Yeah.
In this sense, a specialty can be pretty basic as long as the performance is of a special variety.
Okay.
Do you get me?
I got it.
Okay. Man, look at all these specialties.
Oh, I like
Are there
that
any
one.
specialties
Oh,
on
give
that
me that one.
board that you see that you've never seen
I
before?
want those two at the same time.
Terry, there's nothing I really
Well, I
haven't seen before, so I don't
Okay.
expect to look on the board and see something I haven't seen before. No.
All right.
And again, don't get caught up with the word specialty. Think
Okay.
it's going to be something so
Right,
unique.
right.
It doesn't have to be. It actually shouldn't be.
Right.
It just has to be of a top shelf performance level.
Okay.
Got it.
You familiar with the top shelf,
I
Terry?
am familiar with the top shelf.
I heard about that in the day, yes.
So it can be a common thing, but that's somebody else's specialty because they're the best at that? I don't get it.
Yeah, yes.
All right, so you don't have to, like, fold your wiener into, like, a swan, like origami. Because that's pretty unique.
Well, it depends what you're into.
But there's somebody else that lives next to you that can do that better.
And you don't have to be the best in the nation. As long as you're like top 10% of our country's female population in that
Right.
area.
Oh.
Okay? Top 10 to 15%, then it is, in fact, a specialty.
Sure.
We're just asking you to beat 80, 85, maybe upwards of 90% of people that all do that behavior.
All right.
And we all do these behaviors. Let's go to the next woman on the line. Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh,
I want to know.
Okay, first of all, my birthday was yesterday, so thank you for the happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
What do you expect when you're a grown adult man to have happen to you on your birthday? He's like,
He wanted
he's
a
so
party.
warped. He's so just out there with the realities of the world. At 30, how old are you now?
37.
You old bastard. 37-year-old men don't have a big whirlwind of excitement happen to them on their birthdays, nor do they want it.
Well, he
Pony
wanted-
rides, yay.
What's wrong with you?
No, you know what? I've never had it, and I finally did.
Mm-hmm. That's because I saw the email. I ignored it, but I saw the email. This is Gay Phone Operator, for those who aren't familiar. Gay Phone Operator sent out an email last week of what he was hoping for on his birthday.
Right.
And it was just so absurd that I thought it had to be a joke, but I realized, knowing Gay Phone Operator, it wasn't.
Right.
Could you find me that email that he sent? Just ridiculous.
Just want to let you know it's my birthday next week.
Mm-hmm. And I want presents.
Right.
He wants presents.
I want people to make a big to-do out of it.
I want people to make a big deal out of my birthday,
Yep.
he wrote on his email.
Yep.
Normally, I wouldn't say that and just would wind up disappointed. But this year, I'm going to tell you in advance, I want people to fawn all over me on my birthday.
Right.
Nobody cares! And you
It
shouldn't
happened.
either!
It happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Great
is
night
it?
yesterday.
She's not doing it.
What kind of phone are you calling from? Maybe someone should have got that for you for your birthday.
Yeah, what bathhouse?
You know what? It's the best phone I have. That's all I can do.
Exactly. Get a better one.
Oh, my God. Do you want to know my specialty?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because you're too old.
No.
Oh, there's an
I have
age
a good
limit now?
specialty.
What happened to you that was so big time on your birthday? You're lying. No one did anything for you.
No, I met
And by the way, your artificial anal surgery is due any minute now.
Right.
All right?
I don't need a new anal.
Plenty of wear and tear. High
What?
miles.
Mhm.
Hi, Miles, you guys.
If anyone needs to be lined up for that surgery, Terry.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully it's covered by Blue Cross.
Yeah.
Brand spanking new.
Yeah, I don't need that surgery.
Okay, whatever.
No, I had a couple friends that got together in the early afternoon yesterday. Then I spent time with my family, and then I had dinner with friends last night.
Oh, special.
And you're trying to talk yourself into that, meaning that people actually cared for about your birthday and made a big deal out of it?
Pretty much everybody I know.
Talk about trying to salvage his emotions, Terry.
So did you get a cake?
I did get a cake. We went to Vortinis, and we got a cake.
Very exciting.
When you make people feel guilty about it, it's not really true then.
Yeah, but they didn't feel guilty about it. They knew
Sure they
that I
did.
wanted it. They knew I never had it, and they were very.
All right, why don't you just
genuinely
admit?
happy.
Why don't you just admit that there's not an area in your existence that isn't completely 100% bizarre, and we could all move on? Even when it comes to something as simple as having a birthday. The man's an old dude already, 37, and he wants parties. He wants balloons. He wants piñatas.
Candy flying everywhere.
He expects a big deal to be made out of him on his birthday. He's so out of touch with reality.
I'm not out of touch at all.
But that's because he arranged the party for himself.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I agree.
When are you going to realize that when are you going to realize you're a ridiculous man? When? When does that happen?
Maybe never.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe never. Maybe I'm enjoying what my life is like now.
Yes. And you have to drag everyone else in on it, too, now.
I guess.
Yeah, maybe we're not enjoying it so much.
Have fun enjoying it by yourself and leave everyone else alone and stop guilting them into feeling like they have to do something on your birthday. You're going to have a complete breakdown. That's why people did the minimum for you. And that's what it sounds like they did.
Yeah.
It sounds like what people did for your birthday was the bare minimum, and they knew they had to do that because you're such a fragile guy that if they didn't do that based on the email you sent out, you would have broken down.
Like Humpty Dumpty falling off the wall.
No, I don't fall for that, Terry.
Right.
As soon as I saw his email, I read about 2 lines of it and deleted it.
Right.
Deleted it.
Sure, he's already registered for Christmas.
Did your family call you on time this year?
They did. My mom and my sister both called me.
Oh, good.
Yes. So they're not on the hate list then, huh?
Yeah, out of solitary.
Yes.
Well, she called me when she was supposed to, so no, she won't be on Instagram.
What are you going to do with the upcoming week now that we're past the birthday? Anything exciting? Is there anything going on in your world that would be of a somewhat normal nature besides the gayness and the desperate need for look at me, fawn over me, pay attention to me kind of world, or what?
I have a new job I start on Friday.
Oh, wow.
You want to
But
tell us
that's it.
about it?
No.
So we can...
No.
Well, where we're going to send flowers to?
Yep, never mind.
You can send flowers to my home.
What business out there could possibly be saying to themselves, we need to hire this guy, or we're in big trouble?
I don't know.
You want the address that's on my site. You know.
What place, what kind of business are you going to be working in? Give me a general idea of what your duties are.
Big.
Customer service again.
Customer service.
All about customer
For
service.
what kind of company? A phone company again?
It's tech support.
Tech
So it's
support?
working with computers.
Oh, you're...
So people who are having issues with their computer call you to save the day.
And I will.
And you will hit on them shamelessly if they are any kind of sounding male species. You will hit on them whether they're straight or gay or whatever the case may be.
Of course, because with my specialty, I can make any straight man gay.
Right.
Jeez.
That's what they say about
So it
beer.
doesn't matter if they're gay now or not.
Bye-bye, gay.
Why are you saying bye-bye?
Got to go to work, right?
Yeah, it's...
I do it a little bit, but,
All right. Thanks for calling. Not really.
You want to know what the specialty is?
No. I've long since lost interest in this conversation now, Terry.
Okay.
229 shot.
Yeah, 963.
Veronica.
He knows it.
Sorry to make you wait through that, Veronica. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm feeling pretty bad. I got pretty hammered this week, and I ended up waking up with my neighbor.
Whoa. You got pretty hammered this weekend, or in the past hour? What'd you say? What?
I got really drunk.
Yes, over the weekend?
Yeah, on Saturday night.
Okay, the effects still sound like they're lingering
I think that's what she said.
into the Monday here.
Isn't today Sunday?
No, I got to source it out. I drive trucks, and I'm out in the cold.
All right, you drive trucks, you're out in the cold, and that's why you sound like you sound. And you got so inebriated over the weekend, you woke up with your neighbor, and why is that a big deal? Are you a committed person to somebody else, or are you a single woman? What's the deal?
Then my husband got home.
Oh, your husband. You have a husband, and I would venture to say your husband is not your neighbor, not the same guy. Although if I was your husband, I'd be tempted to be your neighbor and not the guy who has to live with you. But your husband was cheated on this weekend by you.
Yeah, we were separated, but we were trying to work things out, and he opened up the door. He didn't tell me he was going to come over to see me. And then next thing I know, I have no underwear on. He's waking me up, and the neighbor's laying passed out next to me.
Now, do you remember having sex with the neighbor, or are you assuming based on the evidence that was there before you, the sore vagina and everything, that you had sex even though you don't remember it?
The evidence, I don't remember anything.
You don't remember anything, so you don't know if you had sex with the neighbor or not, or are you pretty sure you did?
No, we had to have sex. I mean,
we had to.
Yes. The limp came from somewhere, Terry. All right, and the husband woke you up? Is that what a husband would do if he saw his wife? Although they are separated, she can claim that they're on the break. Little excuse there,
right?
Honey, I'm sorry to bother you.
He said he wanted me to see him. He said he wanted me to see him so that I know he had been there.
He wanted to make sure that you knew he was aware that you've been screwing some other guy.
Yeah, that he knew that I knew that he knew that.
Oh, geez, a lot of knowing here. So, what was your reaction when you were woken up by your husband and then had to roll over and see the
neighbor,
the weird-looking neighbor laying there?
I told him that I didn't remember, that I was so sorry that I passed out, that nothing happened.
And your husband,
while you're laughing,
she's cracking up.
And your husband's reaction to this was what?
He took me out to breakfast.
And how was breakfast?
Good. We went to the buffet.
It's always good.
Sounds like you had a little buffet this weekend in more ways than one.
Oh, yeah.
I told him that he was just a neighbor, and
bottomless sausage.
And had a couple of drinks, and we passed out next to each other.
So you remember getting together with the neighbor, you just don't remember how you wound up in bed with him?
No, he's from Egypt.
He's from
I'm
Egypt.
Puerto Rican, and my husband's Mexican.
Wow, it's quite the melting pot here.
Yeah, it
all right,
is.
so let me see if I got this straight. Your husband is on his own these days, is that right?
Yeah.
And he's living where? Like, how far away from you?
He lives in Federal Way, and I live in Kent.
All right, so you live a good, 20 miles, 10 miles, whatever, away from each other?
About
5 miles?
20, about 20 minutes.
Whatever. And you were lonely, so you invited the neighbor over for some drinks, right?
Not really. I was walking in the house, and he called me, and we started talking, having a couple of beers outside of the apartment, and then I don't remember much from there.
After a couple of beers, you don't remember much?
A 229, a shot.
What?
And a couple of screwdrivers.
Couple of screwdrivers. Yes, then a couple of pile drivers.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what happened.
And the next thing she knew, she was woken up by her husband, who surprised her for brunch.
Hey, honey. Okay.
I feel ashamed, though.
So what would you like to tell? What would you like to tell your husband? It sounds like everything's okay if he still took you to brunch, but seeing that you feel guilty this morning, what would you like to tell him? Make an on-air apology to your husband if you feel the need. Go ahead.
I'm not sorry for it. I mean, nobody told him to leave in the first place. I mean, I felt bad though that he called me like that.
Yeah, it sounds like
I shouldn't feel bad because he didn't have to begin with.
He walked out on you, and you were a happily married lady.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So this sounds like you're getting off on this to some degree. You're getting revenge here. You're not sorry at all.
Well, I feel sorry for the neighbor. I mean, I can't look at him
for
now.
the neighbor.
We know we live together.
Well, have a high school kid pick up your mail for you. How much else do you have to really see the neighbor, Terry?
Not much. I mean, really?
I'm sure, you know
what? My
what?
neighbor lives downstairs from me. He's like the downstairs neighbor.
Yeah, I'm sure he's devastated.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Are you interested in still having sex with the neighbor if it should get together again, or no?
No, not really.
No, one time was enough.
She can't even remember that one.
That was one time too many.
All right. Well, have a great week, Veronica.
All right.
All right. There she goes.
Oh.
Thought she felt guilty, Terry, but I don't think she feels anything.
No, she's still trying to recover, I think.
Sober, drunk, that woman don't feel a thing. That's the way we like it.
Oh, jeez.
Takes the pressure off. Yes.
The T-Man.
Oh, God. You're completely pussy whipped.
I get one more person coming up here from the management telling me that there's going to be pictures taken after the show. Did I make it clear that that's not going to happen?
You did.
I don't know how many messenger people they got to send knocking on the door saying, T-Man, the people from R&R, which is Radio and Records, which I have no problem against them, Terry.
Right.
Fine with them. They want to do a story, fine. I'll give them an on-the-phone interview. But there was no reason to fly up here, and I'm definitely not taking pictures after the show is over. I don't care how many messenger boys they send up to the studio telling me about pictures after the show. It ain't happening.
So I can take my yellow bikini back to my car?
Can you get Powers on the phone? Let me call him up, actually. Let me call him up. Make it very clear right now. There's no doubts.
I got my Letterman's jacket. I'm all ready.
Hold on. Let me dial his direct.
Leaning on like a fence or something.
Let me call his direct line.
Seen your pictures.
Yeah. Terry got the reference.
Hello.
Hey, Flowers.
Yeah?
Listen to me very carefully. I don't care how many people you sent up here reminding me about pictures today. I don't know where you got it in your little mind there that I'm going to be taking pictures after the show is over. No one ever asked me for my consent, but I'm telling you right now, I don't care how many photographers are waiting to take pictures after the show is over. It's not happening. And if one person, I'm about to leave the studio in a couple of minutes, and if I see one flash bulb going off in my direction, me and you are going to fight, man. I'm not saying who's going to win, but I will guarantee you, me and you are going to fight, okay? So forget about the idea of pictures.
So you're saying 30 seconds for a picture is going to kill you guys?
They can do all the pictures they want. I'm not speaking for anyone else but myself. Come on, they can do 30 seconds. They can do a million in 30 seconds. Anyone else around here, you're all welcome to do as many pictures, any nudes, anything you want to do.
Really nudes, absolutely.
Send me some wallets. Send me some 8x10 glossies. Go for it.
This guy flew all the way from L.A. to do this thing.
Well, he's going to have a longer flight back, won't he?
They flew just to take pictures? Somebody couldn't have taken them?
He's going to have a long flight back, won't he? Because I was never asked.
Well, we talked about this last week.
You talked about it. I don't listen to 90% of the things you say. I don't know if you're aware of that. I may have nodded my head. I may have done something to indicate to you that I'm okay with it, but I wasn't listening to you.
You were nodding your head.
Well, I said I don't listen to 90% of the things you say. So you may have mentioned it to me. I may have nodded my head in an effort to just move on from you, but I'm telling you right now, I don't remember anyone asking for my consent. I definitely don't remember giving consent because I never would have done that.
Right.
I'm not into having pictures taken of myself, Terry. And there will be no pictures taken. And I said very clearly, I'm about to leave the studio, and if someone snaps any picture of me, I come directly to you. And the fight is on.
Wow. I'm snapping one.
So you're
Me too. I'm getting my camera.
You're threatening me about pictures because we won an award.
I want you to back down, anyone who's out there. Yes, I am threatening you because it's your responsibility to do what I'm requesting.
Oh, I'm asking for one picture. We
And
got
I'm
an
telling
award.
you, you're not getting one, you're not getting any.
So what should I email this woman back then at R&R? She's going to be pissed because they flew this guy up to take pictures of the morning show for you guys.
Email her that you're sorry she was disappointed in the picture you sent, the email of your donger, and that any pictures of me also won't be coming her way. All right? Thank you. Goodbye.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, print the one of the donger.
You print the one of the donger.
The donger need food.
Maybe that'll make it grow a little bit.
Yeah.
Jeez. Hey, when has this been a big news flash around here? That I ordinarily don't like interviews. I'm willing to do an interview via the phone. There was no need to fly up here. And when was the last time I allowed pictures taken of me?
I don't think ever.
Why can't you just come to work and do a radio show and go home?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Would that ever be too much to ask?
No.
Got the 20 share. I'm out of here. What do you want from me? Leave me alone.
Hasselman Safeco, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. I'd say it's about 50-50 that I'll be fighting in the next 10 minutes, Terry.
Wow. I would, yeah.
Wait, I don't see good fights in the office too much anymore.
Well, set up the gallery.
Right.
Okay. Here we go.
The T-Man.
When you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.